Hello, welcome to Not So Lonely Nights. I'm your host, Eridon, and tonight we are back with ReZero, the Prophecy of the Throne. Hopefully...
Let us be off!
We should be nearing the end, but we ended in the middle of a discussion about what to do about Melty.
I am not finished asking questions yet.
I was trying to finish this scene last week, but Priscilla decided that we needed to keep talking. So, here we are. Just then, Priscilla makes a move to throw cold water on our plan one last time.
You sure are persistent. I'm grateful for the advice earlier, but should I assume this is another prelude to that?
Do not be so insolent as to test me. I will not go along as you will. I simply do what I wish, until I reach my own understanding.
Hello, next trooper.
The matter is settled. The personnel are assembled. Success or failure relies only on your efforts now. Yet after carrying it this far, I still ask you, why do you seek to help them?
We already talked about that. It's because they...
No. This is disregarding your intentions. Why do you assume that they desire help?
What?
With the blue, the finest, and that demon girl, the surgery to cut her throat open may be possible. That is, if the subject is cooperative. How are you so sure she would not refuse? Have you even considered for a moment that your hand extended in assistance will be rejected? This goes to show your arrogant disposition in presuming to think you must save her.
With the last brunt of Priscilla's questioning aimed at me, I opened my mouth to immediately reply. But I can't find the words to say.
Did I rain on your parade? You are a mere jester after all. Worthless to even question.
Ending with a cold tone, Priscilla stands up from her seat.
Al, we are leaving now. There is nothing more to gain here.
I don't mind, but shouldn't we wait to hear his answer?
That won't happen. No answer will be coming out of that one. This fool got carried away by the situation. And when pressed to deal with it in the end, he cannot even see the reality of the light that illuminates his own hand. An answer from such a fool would surely be nothing but an imitation in livery.
Priscilla!
Livery? I don't think I know that word. Her words hit me like cold blades, and I call out to her back to stop her as she tries to leave. Slowly, the Crimson Beauty turns around. I sense scorching heat in her eyes, and for a moment, my shoulders tremble with an illusion of pain. But I fight it off immediately and grit my teeth at Priscilla.
I don't have an answer for you right now that would satisfy you. You're right. I got carried away, so preoccupied with trying to deal with the events as they happened. I don't even know why I pushed this so hard.
Subaru.
But I have a reason to keep going. Part of it being because I want to help them. I don't know if they'll reject my helping hand, but I'd still extend it nonetheless. I'll extend my hand. And if they don't take it...
If they do not take it, what?
I'll grab them by the neck, save them, then convince them afterward. When lives are in danger like this, it's stupid to argue over whether they can be saved or whether to save them. All that nonsense can wait until after they're saved. Complain as much as you want after everyone is safe, including everything that couldn't be said before.
Sure.
That's what I'm gonna do. So my answer to your question will be clear once everything is over.
I say this pointedly and thrust a finger at Priscilla. In the room, only my excited breathing echoes out. The silence continues for a while, but slowly breaks.
You truly have the perseverance of a jester.
How rude.
As I thought, I did not procure the answer I wished for. However, I can deem that acceptable.
Priscilla turns her back. She pulls her fan out from her cleavage and it makes a whooshing sound as she snaps it open.
In any case, it seems I will have my answer tomorrow. Regardless of the conclusion, all will unfold as I desire. The world exists for my sake, after all.
Oh, what a fool. Alright.
She really stole the show there.
Miss Priscilla is quite the relentless woman. I thought I knew that already, but she made it all the more clear.
That said, without her opinion, it's highly possible we wouldn't have found a solution. Thinking about it that way, I can't complain.
Opening the esophagus with surgery. In a world with advanced healing magic, this is quite the unconventional solution. I should have come up with that idea. If I did, Priscilla wouldn't have been talking so big.
No, she's gonna talk big anyway. With her big attitude and big breasts.
Subaru, I know she isn't present, but if you go any further, I'll have to stop you.
Sorry. I can't help it when I'm with only guy friends.
As I walk alone with Reinhard on the nighttime street, I can't help but feel different from usual. Of course, it's plenty enjoyable being with Amelia and Rem, but guy friends are different.
I only feel this way when I'm hanging out with you or Tiga.
It's an honor to be among the selection. In any case, how do you think Tiga will react to all this?
His goal is Melty. As long as we can assure her safety, he would cooperate with us. I think.
Subaru, I didn't mention this earlier, but if Julius and I charge into the church, we could likely resolve it then and there. Naturally, the opponent would likely resist. However, we should have the power to suppress them. Then
you could resolve it without any casualties on our side? Isn't there a chance of them killing you?
Yeah, right.
no.
Whoa.
I am not only saying this because I am talking to a friend. I would not lose. That's why I can make this suggestion.
He is the Sword Saint. The tone of the words is uncharacteristic of Reinhard. No, it's a confidence that only Reinhard could be forgiven for. Confidence that he would absolutely never lose, no matter the opponent. That's the Sword Saint Reinhard.
That only goes for your body. What about injury to your heart?
Wounds can heal.
Does that make it okay to get hurt? Not for me. My imagination's good enough for stuff like that. So no thanks. If I'm going to do something, I want to win. And aim for a perfect victory while I'm at it. If I've got cheat codes, why not use them? I don't want a hard fight or suffering. I think it's best if I can just skip through and clear it. So don't try to go and get yourself hurt. There's nothing but pain in that.
Said every Dark Souls player ever.
I see. I understand. If you can make my job easier, I would be happy to get on board. To tell the truth, this sword at my hip is unexpectedly heavy.
I'm sure. Of course a big sword like that wouldn't be light.
Yes, that's right. It's exactly as you say.
He meant that figuratively, but, you know, it is a pretty fancy-looking sword. Reinhardt's suggestion is, well, probably his way of being considerate. Speaking of, Monster Hunter, those are some big swords. To gain the very best result, a lot of sacrifices have to be paid, and even then, there's no guarantees of obtaining results. If that's the case, he would go himself. He could simply bring back the simple, good result. That was Reinhardt's suggestion. How many situations like this has he had to overcome? I vaguely think to myself that maybe that's why Felt is so fitting for Reinhardt. That strong-willed Felt that could do a flying kick to the back of her knight when he tries to stop at good, sending him to best.
What formidable people.
Did you say something?
No, it's just that you guys seem troublesome once the royal selection starts.
That's rather hasty. However, yes, that's right. I promise to fulfill the role of worthy opponent. You are going to learn to hate my tenacity.
Well, I'm sure he doesn't mind yours. It's Julius that he hates.
I don't want to promise like that!
Mr. Natsuki!
And Otto.
Is that?
Over here! I'm over here!
It's kind of amazing. His voice is so recognizable in the English because it sounds so much like the Japanese voice. They really, that one they really nailed in both. Otto is such a, I want to say he's an underappreciated character, but he really isn't in Season 2. But I probably felt the same way until he really started making waves in Season 2.
Oh, there he is. And right on time.
No, actually, you're very late, Mr. Natsuki. How long did you intend to make me wait in this cold?
For now, I'll just say sorry.
For now? You definitely don't mean it at all, do you?
Subaru? Who is he?
Ah, this guy's Otto. As you can see, he's a traitor with bad luck.
You're saying I look like I have bad luck? No, I'm sorry. I got too carried away. You're... Red hair, blue eyes, and a sword at your hip? Could you be...
Oh, you know him? Well, you are a merchant, so I guess you would be well informed.
Are you an idiot? It's less common not to know someone so famous. The Sword Saint. He's the Sword Saint Reinhard, right?
It's muffin time? No, not yet. It'll be muffin time in a bit, I'm sure.
Who said that?
Who do you think?
Indeed. I am the currently appointed Sword Saint, Reinhard van Estrella. However, if you're a friend of Subaru, I'd prefer it if you keep it casual and call me Reinhard.
It's hard to be casual when I'm this worked up.
Well, just get used to it over time. I have something I need you guys to do.
Yes, you're right. I'll take my time and... Huh? Me and Mr. Reinhard?
Could this be the opportunity for me to regain my honor you mentioned earlier?
Yeah, exactly it. Wait, did I not tell you, Otto?
You didn't tell me anything!
Of course not.
I only came here because I was told there was something even more lucrative for me than the oil buyout.
It may be a bit forward of me to say this when we only just met, but it seems you're far too kind, Otto. You should put yourself first more.
You being here is the reason I'm so flustered right now.
Ugh, stop making such a fuss. Just quietly accept your fate.
And that is Otto's fate.
That sounds like something a villain would say. I heard a slave trader say that before.
While that's an interesting story, we should prioritize the required story here. So, Subaru, what do I need to do with him?
Yeah, to explain that, I actually have one more guest. He should be coming soon.
Rom?
Are you looking for me?
Ah! A monster!
What's with this youngster? Treating me like I'm some ghost. How rude.
This is easily the worst voice actor in the game.
Anyone would react like that if a giant suddenly appeared out of a back alley.
Mr. Rom, did Subaru make an appointment with you too?
Oh, it's Reinhard. I didn't think it would actually be you, but you can definitely get the job done. You sure are good at giving work to other people, kid.
I did not expect that.
Yeah, like I said, worst voice actor in the game.
I think that's about 90% of my strength as a person.
That's a sad ratio.
Shut up. I'm at peace with it. More importantly, Old Man Rom, did you figure out what I asked for?
I like his name is just Old Man Rom.
Don't rush me. I had to go around a lot of old contacts, so I'm exhausted. Good grief. Don't work an old man so hard.
Okay. I'll give you my best shoulder rub later. So, could you tell us the story?
About the aftermath of Faradar? It seems like our thinking was correct.
Okay, that's bad, but it's good.
As expected, they weren't wiped out. They were probably taken somewhere. This just happens to be a coincidence too, but...
But what?
Despite Faradar being destroyed years ago, within the last year, several Evil Eyes were put on the market.
Wait a second. Evil Eyes on the market? You mean...
The Evil Eye tribe's powers lie in their evil eyes. For those who believe that, there are times when only the eyes themselves have value.
Oh. The wrinkles on Old Man Rom's face deepen, and I'm suddenly struck speechless. Faradar, Melty and Solemn's homeland, and a place where the Evil Eye tribe lived. Seeing how their homeland was destroyed and they were taken away, I figured they weren't living in peace, but...
What was the source of the Evil Eyes?
You're a lucky guy, youngster. One of my acquaintances just happened to be involved in the Evil Eye trade. I have an idea where it is.
What kind of connection is that?
If you want my information, don't ask questions like that.
All right, I got it.
I have no reason to question Old Man Rom on his shady background right now. What I need is...
Reinhard, Otto. Thanks to Old Man Rom, we found the source of our future worries. I want to leave it to you guys. Is that all right?
Of course I don't mind. From what I heard, their acts are inhumane. I cannot stand by silently.
I don't know too much about these things, but is this one of those now that you know type deals?
Yes.
Nice joke.
This definitely isn't a laughing matter, is it? But I understand. As Reinhardt said, I may be a cold-blooded merchant, but I still know there are some lines that shouldn't be crossed.
Cold-blooded? Who are you talking about?
Didn't you hear me clearly refer to myself?
Be at ease. I was listening. Otto, having you as a companion is reassuring.
I see. That's
Cold-blooded merchant. That's like the funniest way of describing Otto.
This guy's easy to please.
If Reinhardt and this youngster are going, I'll go as well. While I have no acquaintances from the Evil Eye tribe, if fellow demi-humans are suffering, I can't leave it be.
Okay, Roger. Then I'll leave the Faradar Evil Eye tribe to you three.
Yeah, leave it to us.
There's no turning back. We're all sharing the same lot now. Let's make this go well and secure a better future.
Yeah.
Right. Good spirit. Reinhardt, I'm counting on you. You guys really are the last hope.
Understood. Subaru, you be careful too.
Yeah, hearing you loud and clear.
I'm gonna make this happen. With a voice of encouragement for myself, I look up to the night sky and settle my resolve for this match. The decisive battle is tomorrow. I'm sure tomorrow will be the longest day of my life. So far.
Don't forget to save. Seriously.
Commence operation. Loop 5, day 9. I believe this is the end. Of course, I keep saying that, so I should stop saying it. The morning sun is almost painfully bright on the day of the battle. The clear sky seems out of place considering the conflict that awaits. We begin walking forward under the blue sky.
Hey, working hard as usual, huh?
Welcome! Oh, it's just you. Don't you get tired coming here every day?
Oh,
You
Katamon.
call that customer service? You need to greet your patrons with a smile, or you're gonna lose your business.
I do appreciate your business, but you shouldn't act so high and mighty just because you buy a couple apples every day. Or are you here to have those two pretty ladies help watch over the shop like yesterday?
I'm sorry. Watching over your stall was fun, and while I'd like to do it again, we have prior engagements to tend to today, so we are unable to do so. Our apologies.
Yeah, don't worry about it. I was just kidding around. Damn, makes me uncomfortable when you respond so seriously.
Just think of it as
Aw.
punishment for trying to take advantage of two innocent, pretty girls.
Yay! Pennies! Oh, Dustin. I did get my rejection on trying to get more, get that GPU. Just, I'll keep trying. We're trying to get, 3060 or 3070 GPU to get it and start building a new computer so that the streams will be better, but, yep, that's where we're at. I'm not really going to worry about any other parts unless I see a super good deal until I have the GPU, since those are so hard to find right now.
He gave you the pennies?
He gave me the pennies. I guess I still owe you a dime.
Jeez, you're really going off on me, huh? So, what do you want today?
Honestly, nothing much.
If you're just wasting my time, get out of here!
Hold on, man. I understand why you'd say that, but bear with me a bit.
More April Fools, more pennies! Amazing! That's the best prank ever! You got me! Oh! How will I ever go on now that I've been so humiliated? Oh, Dustin, actually, could you pass a message onto the Discord for me?
It's been about a week since I came to the Royal Capital. I show up here every day, so it doesn't feel right unless I see you at least once.
If you would put in the general, let them know that in 1 hour there will be a special announcement on stream.
Now you're creeping me out.
That just shows how much he likes you. Subaru, the shopkeeper helped you the other time, right? Is that why you started to like him?
I regret being nice to stray dogs now.
Thank you, thank you.
Take responsibility!
His barking, that's adorable.
Oh, you're so annoying. Fine, if that's all you're here for, look at my face all you want. And buy an apple while you're at it. You can at least take that with you, right?
Well, I came all the way here, so I should at least do that.
I hand the appa I bought to Amelia.
Wow, the appa is bright red and looks delicious. Is that for me?
Yeah, I put my heart into that appa. That's why it's bright red.
What are you going on about now? But thank you. I'll hang it up for decoration.
You're supposed to eat it!
Well then, Subaru.
Wow.
Now that you are done with your daily routine, are you ready?
Yeah, we're good to go. When you've got a good flow going, you want to keep up the same ritual, you know?
Ritual. I don't know about that, but you did talk about it a lot with everyone. Yes, let's make sure it's a success.
Yeah, it must. I will. Maybe.
You're gradually losing confidence.
I'm just kidding. Really. Let's do this.
Man, it's weird to be playing this after I watched the season 2 finale earlier. Because, man, the character development, the plot, I mean, season 1 was great, season 2 was just amazing.
All right, let's get started. Ready?
Yeah!
Why are you taking the lead again?
Oh, Puck.
I knew I was different ever since I was a child. It's not that I was special or good at anything. I felt alien or just unusual. That I was different from normal people. But I didn't mind, because the world was kind and it was very easy to live in. Everyone treated me well and always listened to my wishes. They all worked so hard for me, so how could I hate my environment? Why would I think that it's painful? My younger self didn't understand that.
Thank you, thank you.
That's why I decided to accept all the kindness in the world and only gather the prettiest things to cherish them. I will only pick out the best parts. I walked over that thin ice, thinking nothing of it, laughing innocently. Faradar, my birthplace. The land where my family and clan lives. The Evil Eye tribe was banished from various lands because of their special powers and appearance that made them different from others. Faradar was the promised land of our Evil Eye tribe, the utopia that our ancestors found for us. In times of emergency, the Evil Eye tribe will answer to the summons of the country. That was the condition to stay in Faradar. Thus, there was a need to find those who had especially powerful evil eyes to answer to that call. Once every few years, the children of the Evil Eye tribe took an exam to test the strength of their evil eyes. The evil eyes varied in power, so it was necessary to determine their individual abilities. Those with powerful evil eyes were to await the call to action. That was the law of the Evil Eye tribe. My brother and I were no exception. That's why...
Poor Melty.
So many people lying over the grassy plains. I was shaken violently while I watched. I didn't understand what was happening. All the adults and children alike were collapsed on the ground. I quietly watched as their faces turned bright red and they bumped into each other and fell. Why?
Oh.
Why? 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 That question cycled through my mind. I was overwhelmed by my emotions. But I knew, deep down, this is what I caused. My mistake.
She killed a bunch of people?
My sin that I must bear. My evil eye. The evil eye of calamity.
That doesn't make sense.
Indoctrination. That is the power of my evil eye. It is a rare power, and it had not appeared for hundreds of years. I was taught that it was dangerous, powerful, and that it can bring misfortune to many people.
They say someone with the same evil eye as you existed hundreds of years ago. If I can learn more from the adults, it might help you.
Oh, was that Solemn?
My brother who came to see me researched it for my sake. He was told never to visit me, but he managed to slip past the adults all the time. Since the day of the exam of my evil eye, I was imprisoned in a shack far away from the village.
Huh. That's curious. I wonder how, or when they wrote this story, because this bit isn't too far off from something that was in Season 2.
I understand that they had no choice. No one died, but they very well could have. All because of my evil eye of indoctrination. During the exam, I didn't know the powers of my own evil eye. The voices urging me on started to scare me. I felt so afraid, so I made a wish. I'm scared, so stop rushing me. I think that was the wish I made. By the time I realized it, everyone around me started to hurt each other until they collapsed. They were no longer able to make noise.
She said, "Stop rushing me."
The people I touched did all of my bidding. The power of the evil eye was terrifying. Until I learned of the power of the evil eye, my world was kind and gentle. But that world changed instantly.
It's weird, like, now that they've said evil eye so much, it's getting that Kingdom Hearts, Darkness Hearts and Light feeling where I'm just like, oh my gosh, can you say something else?
Everyone was kind to me only because they were deceived by my evil eye. The world was not kind. Everyone was afraid of me, so this was the perfect place for me.
Don't be dumb. Seeing my own sister be in prison makes me a terrible brother.
But brother...
No buts. I won't allow this. I'll convince the adults to change their minds.
My brother was the only one angry for me. And he told me that he had to change things. But that meant... Brother, you're so kind. But is your kindness real? Or is it because I touched you and wished for it? My evil eye. I looked at my palm and saw the evil eye in the same place as my brother's. But something about it made me afraid.
Uh-oh, it crumbled. I messed it up. Huh? What's a girl doing here? Hey you! What are you doing? Can you hear me?
Who?
Hello?
Oh, Tiga.
Hello?
Got it.
It was a boy about my age. I was frozen because I was surprised, but he looked at me curiously.
No answer, huh? Don't tell me this cute girl is a statue. That would be a shame.
Who are you?
Oh, good. You finally talked. Yeah, I knew you weren't some statue.
Upon saying that, the boy gave a big smile. I was so very surprised at that. No one in the settlement would smile for me like that. Nobody would smile unless I asked them to.
My name's Tiga. I got a bit lost. But then I saw this little shack. I was wondering if there was someone inside and took a look. And then, there you were.
The boy smiled innocently, but that was impossible to me. Everyone in the village feared me because they knew how dangerous my evil eye was. So they used the power of an evil eye to make all who approached the shack where I was held feel unpleasant and want to stay away.
Oh, that's really mean.
My brother's evil eye.
So her brother's power is to make people afraid?
You're getting quiet again. You must be a shy one. Or do you have some kind of rule about how you're not supposed to talk with outsiders? I sure hope not. I'm an errand boy for traveling entertainers. I've gone to many different places, so I know some people have laws like that.
The boy nodded to himself. He seemed to know everything without me having to say anything. While I was still silent, the boy put his finger on his lips and winked at me.
Okay then, let's make this our secret. You didn't see anyone, and I never came here. Oh, but it's true that I got lost, so I'd appreciate it if you can tell me which way to town. Then I'll get out of here. Oh, maybe you don't know? Okay then, guess there's nothing I can do about that. I wonder if I can guess my way back.
Looking worried, the boy cocked his head, then turned to leave the shack. Thinking that I'll be all alone again after he's gone, I grabbed his sleeve.
What's wrong? You want to talk to me, or are you going to tell me how to get to town?
Well...
Or do you need something from me?
That question made me shiver. I didn't know how to answer him. I shouldn't have even thought about what I wanted from him. And yet, that didn't stop my wanting. I want to live together with my family again. I want to see Brother stop being so angry and to smile again. I want to apologize to those I hurt. I don't want to be alone. I don't want to be alone. I don't want to be alone. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it.
So...
When my palm touched the boy, my evil eye stung. It was as if it was telling me to say my wish. As it got hotter, and hotter, and hotter, feeling elated from that heat, I... come here.
All right.
Huh? I knew I was being selfish.
Alright, Tiga's immune.
Right at the moment I gave in to my desires. The boy smiled and placed his finger on my lips. The gesture was meant to keep me from saying anymore. He smiled.
If you're afraid of being alone, I'll be with you. Huh? Is that not it?
I shook my head to the boy's question.
That's good.
Why?
Let's see. The ringleader of the traveling entertainers I'm with always told me, he said, if you ever find the right girl, never let her go.
Oh.
Well, I guess you could say, it's love at first sight.
After saying that, the boy sat next to me and told me about many things. He was orphaned for as long as he could remember. He was adopted by the traveling entertainers. He told me about all of the people he traveled with. The boy was a great storyteller. I lost track of time and my loneliness as I was absorbed in his conversation.
Who is he? How did you get in here?
Brother came into the shack and made a very angry face when he found the boy. I shrunk away in fear, but the boy held my hand.
Nice to meet you. My name is Tiga. My adoptive parent, the ringleader, gave me the stage name Tiga Raulion.
I see, Tiga. So what are you to my sister?
Sister? You look nothing alike. Well, let's set that aside.
How cute.
About me.
The boy looked at me. From his gaze, I finally realized that I never gave him my name. Melty.
I see. Got it. I am your sister Mel's friend. I will never leave her alone again. I will stay by her side and protect her.
You're strange. That's the first thing you say?
The ringleader once told me this. Never be too shy to say what's important. If you don't, you have no right to be mad when they get taken away from you.
Hello, Daniel Aaron. Sorry, I was on the wrong... I realized I was on the wrong thing. How you doing?
I don't want to regret anything, so I won't hesitate to speak my mind.
I see. Fine then. I'll have you know that being by my sister's side will be tough. For starters, I'm your first obstacle.
Well, you're a worthy challenge.
You know, have a full house right now. Got a lot to do this weekend, and then we'll I still have to decide what I'm gonna do for Easter, because I'm planning. I should still be streaming, because we did our family Easter stuff last week. So I'm still not sure if I want to just do more Final Fantasy, or if we should try doing like a Monster Hunter party, or if I should go find some random game that has Easter or bunnies or something.
The boy smiled at my brother's words and held my hand.
Or zombies.
He never let go,
Because,
even
you know,
once.
Zombie Jesus Day.
And even now, that hand Those memories always come back to me whenever I pray. The day that my evil eye pushed people away. The day that Tiga came to me. Then, the day I bound Tiga. In order to keep his promise with me, Tiga stayed behind in Faradar. We've been together since. He parted ways with the traveling entertainers who raised him without a proper goodbye. And from then on, he was by my side. That made me happy, and I appreciate it. But I've always wondered. I didn't say it out loud on that day. But I did have a wish. I thought that my evil eye deceived Tiga and took away his freedom. That I had bound him to me from that moment. I may have selfishly forced Tiga to sacrifice his own future just to stay with me. That thought makes me so ashamed. I'm a terrible person.
What's so terrible?
Oh.
You're so lively this morning as usual, Mel. You were really into that shouting during your prayer.
I don't shout when I pray, and you never do what I ask.
Tiga talking to me from behind as I pray had become part of our daily routine. I can't help but get angry, but I always regret it. How can I possibly complain about him not doing as I ask?
Sorry, that's not what I meant.
Jeez, Mel, you're such a worrywart. Don't look so down. When the royal candidate is like that, you'll make the people who support you get worried.
Tiga gently touches my cheek. I don't mind it when Tiga touches me, but every time we touch, I always wonder. If I wish for something, Tiga may do exactly as I wished, suppressing his own will again.
I don't understand how anyone could support me. You know how I feel about it, Tiga.
Mel, I've always told you. This might have all started because of the evil eye, but the rest was...
You two are rather passionate for this early in the morning.
Sakura.
Sakura appears out of nowhere and Tiga has a wary look in his eyes. I can't help but tense up. I have an instinctive fear of Sakura. Seeing our reactions, Sakura places her hand over her mouth and smiles.
Oh dear. Tiga, don't look at me like that. You're scaring little old me. And we need to be on friendly terms, or the others may start to get suspicious. That wouldn't work out so well for you, Tiga. Oh, my mistake. It would be your precious Melty who would really be in trouble. Don't you agree?
Sakura is a, bitch.
Why, you...
Tiga, it's okay.
Mel, but...
I'll be okay. I'll do as I'm told.
Oh, I hear an angry Bab.
Melty, you're such a good girl. I love obedient children.
So, what are we supposed to do today, Sakura?
Let's see. I wanted to get rid of that annoying half-devil servant, Subaru.
Subaru? Why single him out?
Get rid of him.
This is just a hunch, but I sense something strange about him. He was the one who discovered my spies at the manor and also got in Wolf's way.
So it was her spies.
That's why I thought it was the right time to send the Dusk Bandits after them. But that ended in failure as well.
Okay. So it was like unspokenly confirmed before that the Dusk Bandits were tied to this. But it seemed like they were more somehow in line with more in line with the witch cult than they were.
Of course, I partially blame you two for that.
It wasn't just us there. There was Subaru's bodyguard, Rem. And the finest of knights was there too. Those guys didn't stand a chance, whether we were there or not.
Yes, I agree. That's why I didn't punish you as long.
Tiga?
It's nothing. Don't worry about it. Anyway, you want to move on Subaru, right?
I don't know yet. What do you think is best? If I come up with something too terrible, you might betray my plans to your friend. If that happens, I'd be in deep, deep trouble.
I wouldn't do that.
and I can't. You already know that, Sakura.
I don't think I ever noticed the way his sword was attached to him before. That just looks weird, like, draw a sword... How would you draw a sword that's sitting like that? Would you draw it left? No. I mean, I guess it would tilt, and then you would be able to draw it with your left hand. But like this, you wind up kind of having to twist weirdly, and you can't really draw it very quickly. Unless, again, it does sling around very quickly as you do it. I don't know. Just the way his sword is positioned is so weird.
What's most important to me is Mel. Nothing will tip the scales against her favor.
I see. Glad to hear that. Still, considering recent events, I guess it's imprudent to try anything on Subaru. So let's stay put for today and concentrate on gathering votes for the royal selection.
Gathering votes? Are we meeting with the higher-ups at the castle to use my evil eye again?
Of course. Go and give them a little coaxing. This is so wonderful.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. I guess I hadn't really thought about it, but yeah, if she shook hands or did anything with the Council of Wise Men.
Just touching them and smiling can put them under your fingertips. I envy your powers, because I...
God, those things are creepy. Maybe that's why I've been taking such pleasure in killing Banaharabas in Monster Hunter.
I'm already at my limit just making these children do as I say.
Countless wings flutter as shadows appear over the church's walls, floors, and ceiling. The writhing shadows and sound of fluttering wings are enough to paralyze and leave me trembling in fear. I'm afraid. So afraid. I feel just like I did when I was left all alone in the shack back home.
Sakura, stop this! Stop scaring Mel! What's the point of all this?
The point? The point is to see your faces! So funny! So pitiful! If I don't strike fear in you from time to time, you'll start to get the wrong idea about me. You'll actually believe I'm a kind, considerate, temperate woman. Isn't it time for a meal? Melty, you need your nutrients for your precious body.
The sound of the bug wings come closer. I can see their stingers glint. Being stung by those things is extremely painful. So painful that I can't even speak. But without them, I will die. Even though I know that.
I'm still okay. I'm fine. So please get those bugs away from me.
Come on, don't be like that. Mother has tasked me with keeping you in peak condition. If anything were to happen to you, I wouldn't be able to face Mother.
Who is Mother? I think that's the only mystery that really remains.
Mel, don't listen to her.
You really think she has a choice?
Is Mother like the Queen Monowasp? Sakura's remark makes me come to my senses. It sounds as if she's testing me to see if I really will defy her. But if I ever defied her, then everyone would. Everyone in Faradar would.
I'll do it. So please.
Mel!
Come on, don't interrupt Tiga. I know she's very self-sacrificial. What a benevolent nun she is.
It's a good thing that nobody comes to visit this public church, I guess.
Well then.
The sound of the insect wings fluttering come closer. While feeling my body tense up in fear, I glance over at Tiga.
Tiga, please.
Mel.
I don't want Tiga to see this. Because if Tiga sees me like this, I may wish for it again. That I want to be saved. I may ask Tiga to save me, and when I do that, Tiga will...
Sakura?
I clench my teeth and prepare for the oncoming pain, but it never comes. I look at her, wondering if she's delaying it to harass me.
Looks like someone is here.
Huh?
You're so dense. There's a visitor at the church. We can't let them see this.
With that, Sakura snaps her fingers and the squirming shadows that had been in view until just a moment ago all vanish from sight. I am still reeling from it.
Excuse me? I assume you are Miss Melty Pristis and the members of her faction.
Yes. I see. So, you are...
Yes, I'm a messenger from the castle. There is important news about the royal selection, and all candidates must be brought there.
To the castle? Right now?
Oh my, this is sudden. We haven't heard about that at all.
The Council of Wise Men are terribly sorry. Excuse me, but I would like for you to come with me.
We have our own schedule to run, so it's too sudden. So at least for now.
Can I assume you are okay with letting the other candidates get an advantage then? Excuse me, I was out of line. However, although the royal selection has been delayed, it can be said that its preliminary competition has already begun.
Oh boy.
It may not be wise to fall behind any candidate in this battle of intelligence gathering. I'm sorry, I'm speaking out of line. I beg for your forgiveness.
Interesting.
But you do have a point. What do we do, Sakura?
So they sent this guard with the information, but specifically made him state reasons why they can't refuse.
Maybe we should accept the invitation for Mel's sake.
Of course you'd want that. It would interrupt our earlier activity.
Don't take it out on me. It's not my fault someone came here.
Tiga shrugs, and I notice Sakura's glare become more ominous. Seeing this, I instinctively raise my hand.
Yes. The castle, is it? I'll go. Please take me there.
Oh, fine.
Yes, thank you. The dragon carriage is already prepared outside. Please come and board it.
So they're springing the trap in the castle? We follow the guard out and ride the dragon carriage to the castle. It's interesting that they decided to show all of this from Melty's perspective so that we can be surprised by whatever Subaru is doing.
But this is odd.
What do you mean?
This unexpected summons. We couldn't get the Council of Wise Men on our side, but that high-ranking civil servant is under our thumb. Or should I say, he's Melty's ally, which makes us privy to everything that happens at the castle. Considering how we weren't notified first, I would have to say that they're getting lazy on the job.
Sakura is referring to Rickert, who is cooperating with us. In joining the current royal selection, we needed someone's cooperation in the castle. We sought out the manager of the other civil servants. We created an opportunity to meet with him, and I used my power of indoctrination to bring him to our side. Using the power more often would deepen the effect. Now Rickert would prioritize us, prioritize me, even if he doesn't think of it consciously. Being the manager of the other civil servants, Rickert delivers us useful information constantly. That's why I have the same suspicion as Sakura. Why didn't Rickert tell us about this?
Could it be?
Could Rickert have managed to escape the evil eye of indoctrination? If that's the case...
You would have to deeply reapply the power of your evil eye again, Melty.
For a second, I thought she read my mind. That was how exact Sakura's words matched my thinking. Sakura smiles wide.
But you should know that, without me having to tell you.
But that's...
I'm sure you wouldn't want anyone to be able to escape your evil eye.
That's not true. If it weren't for my evil eye, I would be a normal...
Yes, I wish I didn't have my evil eye. If it weren't for this, I wouldn't be taken advantage of by Sakura. I wouldn't have been torn from my family either. If it weren't for this evil eye, I would be a normal girl.
A normal girl? You say the strangest things. Melty, there's no way you're an ordinary girl. It's absolutely, totally, positively impossible. Because you're so utterly distrustful of humanity.
That's such a weirdly aggressive tone for that.
You're so distrusting of people. You can't be with anyone unless they do your every bidding. You can't feel at peace unless you can completely control someone.
That's... not...
I wish I could say it's not true, but those words won't come out. Because deep down, I know she's right. I'm a coward, I'm timid, and I'm weak. I fear how I can't be at peace. That's why...
That's why you should be ruler. Control everything to your will. There's nothing wrong with that, so let's do it. Once you become ruler, you can do anything. You can make them submit to your evil eye, or you can use your political authority. That's the only difference. Do you understand? It doesn't matter if you are a legitimate or an imposter candidate, because you were born to rule.
Me? A ruler?
Yes, that's right. Your evil eye gives you the right to trample on others, and a ruler has the right to trample on their subjects. If dominating someone is proof of power, then you were already born with it.
Huh. That's one way to look at it. Sakura raises her hand. She runs her finger across her palm and grins. I immediately realize the gesture is referring to my palm rather than her own. My palm. My evil eye has been reconstructed so that it can't be seen anymore. It used to exist in that particular spot.
Your evil eye is your crown. Melty, I want you to become a true ruler.
Sakura squints as she looks down on me gently.
I know we don't have the best relationship. It's natural for you to hate me. I've been deliberately acting as such to make you feel that way, after all. But my desire to make you ruler is real, if nothing else. You have the power to make it happen. And if you have the ability, why not?
I don't know. I don't understand.
I reluctantly shake my head as I try to escape from Sakura's words. But she won't let me go. Her eyes and expression continue to hold me firm. It's as if Sakura herself is clinging onto me.
That's enough!
Right when my entire being was about to be swallowed up by Sakura, Tiga shouts out. Tiga is breathing heavily as he glares at Sakura.
I tried to keep my mouth shut, but you kept saying those awful things to Mel. You're way out of line. Mel is not like you.
Oh my. Did I make you upset?
Don't tease me, you vile woman. Mel's evil eye has controlled her life, and of all things, you call that her crown? When did Mel ever want that? It was all your idea.
Power and birthright are not determined by your desire. They are given. The royal family that died the other day just happened to be born as royalty, right?
That's true.
It's the same with the evil eye. It just so happened that those with power were given the right to use it. Wouldn't it be an insult to let such a treasure go to waste?
Yes.
Why, you...
No, maybe.
Please stop! I know. I really do. It's all my fault. So, I'm sorry. So please, stop fighting!
Mel...
Goodness, you're way off the mark yet again. You're so naive. You're going to regret it if you don't wise up soon.
I don't know how to respond to Sakura. I simply look down and think back on the earlier conversation.
We were being kind of loud. Maybe that guard heard us.
If that's true, just have Melty use her evil eye to shut him up.
You don't have to say it like that.
I think I put it kindly enough. At least I didn't use the word coax this time, right?
Tiga clicks his tongue and slowly stands up and looks out the window. Then...
Tiga?
Tiga's reaction catches my attention and I look up too. Tiga squints and stares at something out the window.
Weren't we heading to the castle? But
what?
the scenery. Something's off.
Tiga turns around to head to the coachman's seat. My eyes widen, then I stare out the window. Tiga was just... I stare out the window Tiga was just looking out of. That's not the path to the castle outside. Man, I swear I can read. It's the opposite. It's the dilapidated scenery of the slums.
Huh?
Hey, you! What's going on here?
Bestie!
What?
Oh, it was Subaru. I didn't recognize his voice.
Is that...
The guard on the coachman's seat yells. I don't know why, and Sakura looks like she doesn't either. but Tiga.
Mel!
Tiga jumps towards me and his strong arms wrap around me. Then he hugs me tight. And in the next moment, I feel swallowed up by a violent shock. I scream as everything goes upside down. I scream and scream. The only thing I feel is Tiga's arms firmly around me. That's the last thing I remember before I lose consciousness.
All right, it went perfectly. That attack would have caught anyone off guard. Hey, Tiga! You alive?
I can't hear anything.
Huh? Tiga! You can't die! You gotta be joking.
Like hell I'm dead! But I did almost die! That would have been a bad joke!
After saying that, Tiga comes out from under the overturned dragon carriage looking injured. In Tiga's arms is Melty. She's unconscious, but she doesn't look injured.
Awesome! I knew I could believe in you, bestie.
You make it sound so easy. What would you have done if I didn't notice? You put Mel in danger, Subaru.
You didn't notice? The thought never even crossed my mind. Ladies' men like you wouldn't miss such opportunities.
I don't know what you're talking about, but I can tell you're being ridiculous. Anyway, why did you do this? Are you trying to declare war on us?
Tiga repositions Melty in his arms and glares aggressively. Considering I lied about the summons and flipped their dragon carriage, that reaction makes perfect sense.
Wait, no, it's the opposite. We're the ones who saved you.
Huh?
Come on! We're here to save you! I was racking my brain thinking about how to get you out of that awful situation. We also managed to come up with a plan after deliberating over it, and finally put it to action. Tiga?
Are you serious?
I can come up with pretty big lies while keeping a straight face, but I wouldn't do that now. I really did come to save you. And her. If possible, I want to help Solemn too.
Subaru.
Don't worry, bestie. I'm the kind of man that doesn't give up on happy endings.
Happy what?
I give a thumbs up and flash a smile. Tiga makes an exasperated grunt. Since the animation won't do it, there you go. Tiga then shakes his head and looks down at Melty, still in his arms.
I don't really understand what you're saying, but I like the sound of it. I don't get what's going on, but I won't regret trusting you, right?
Yeah, I swear on our true friendship.
Hearing Tiga's answer makes me smile, knowing that I got past the first obstacle. And then in front of us.
Jeez, we don't have time to talk. You know we have to hurry.
That voice.
Yeah, the star is here. The world's best, prettiest, silver-haired girl.
You mean...
There, it stopped. You can come out now. Hey, hey, sorry for the wait. We got here as fast as we could.
Miss Amelia? And Ferris, too.
Yoo-hoo, Tiger. Let me guess, are you in trouble?
Oh, Tiger.
We know the whole story, so leave it to us.
What do you mean you know?
I couldn't figure anything out on my own, so I gave them all the details.
What?
Anyway, here's our miraculous and magical helpers. Just leave Melty to us.
You told everyone? Hey, come on!
There, don't fight. Miss Melty is your priority, right? Or can I just call her Melty? Paris, that's not important right now. Come on, hurry and bring her to the dragon carriage.
Amelia and Ferris take Melty from Tiga's arms and carry her to the dragon carriage.
Subaru, what's going on?
Let me relieve your worries for now. We have a plan for Melty's throat. And?
And?
I think the chains that bind her can be dealt with too. You're not alone anymore. Let's fight together.
Man, you really are something else.
I pat Tiga on the shoulder and he finally smiles. But right when I smile back...
Oh my. Looks like everyone is taking a bow already.
The real challenge.
I can't allow that. You won't have your way.
Sakura!
Subaru, what is with you, really? You keep messing up all of my preparations one after another. Now you've even set up a trap for me. You're a loser. You don't have it in you to be somebody. And yet you accomplished this.
Sad to say, but I can't really disagree with that. Still, I may be a loser, but this is the result of my desperate efforts.
Oh?
And since you've been losing to a loser like me, that makes you a loser too.
I take back what I said earlier. I admit you do have an unrivaled talent for impudence.
Seems like what I said was a clean hit. Sakura suddenly looks much angrier. Her sharp glare almost makes me want to inch backward.
Enough!
Tiga draws his sword and stands in front of me.
Are you serious, Tiga? You really want to defy me? After all we've been through together?
You're the one that jumped in the way between Mel and me. Unfortunately for you, I don't have a speck of affinity for you. I'm actually happy I can finally sever ties from you. Feels like this has been a long time coming.
Tiga!
Oh boy.
Leave this to me and go.
Hey, that line!
Yeah, I know how awesome I sounded just now. So let me have my moment here. You said
nice.
You saved Mel. I believe in you, Subaru. So go. I'll hold back Sakura.
Can you really do it?
I can't call myself a man otherwise.
You're right. Don't you die on us, Tiga.
Tiga and I bump fists after that bold declaration. I jump on the dragon carriage where Amelia waited, then...
Subaru, where's Tiga?
We're leaving him behind. This is where he'll show what he's made of.
I don't understand you sometimes.
Oh, the dragon carriage starts running while kicking up smoke. We left Tiga and Sakura behind as we make our escape. But there's a... I watched... Oh, now we're at Tiga. I watched the dragon carriage get farther away before turning toward my enemy.
There they go. Are you sure about this? Maybe you should have had your little friend's help instead of fighting alone.
I know what you're trying to do, Sakura. Like you said, we've known each other for a long time. You're stalling for time. Because the longer we wait, the better advantage you'll have. You still have your ace up your sleeve. If they make it here, we lose. So I'll make sure you're separated from that ace to increase my chance of winning.
Oh, you're so sly. I really hate how you've grown up.
I assume it means the bug swarm. Sakura snaps her fingers. That's her usual signal. The bugs start to gather. The evil Mana-Wasps are controlled by Sakura's powers. That is her strength as an insect master.
I've always thought your personality was fitting for an insect master. Tell me.
It's kind of funny because I stopped using the insect glaive for a while in Monster Hunter. Now I've been maining dual blades. I keep jumping between dual blades bow and the insect glaive.
Did you become a bug tamer because of your personality? Or did you get that personality from being an insect master? Which came first?
You really don't know when to shut up. No wonder you and Subaru are friends. You're exactly the kind of person he attracts.
What kind?
The kind that irritates me!
Sakura snaps her fingers again to signal the bugs to fly up and attack. There are countless numbers of them. This formidable attack seems to blot out the sky. Most people would quiver at the sight. Once they swarm you, they will use their fangs. They tear your flesh away until you're nothing but a corpse. Even if Sakura doesn't kill Mel, she has no reason to keep me alive until the end, so that's why she will not go easy. If I give in to fear, I'll die. Knowing this, I swing my sword with inner peace. I swing a second and third time to slice at the Mana-Wasps. I contain my emotions, as it would affect my sword. I maintain my cool and engage the enemies. If I lose my grip on my emotions, it will prove fatal for me. If my body submits to fear, death will come. I suppress all of those things with my inner peace as I survive Sakura's first wave of attack.
This is a surprise. I knew that you were training hard to protect Melty.
But you didn't expect me to be this good? Don't worry, Sakura. I wasn't hiding any secret powers from you. You already know that I'm just an ordinary person. Unlike the Sword Saint, the finest of knights, or the Blue, I have no special powers. However, I must defeat you in order to save Mel. So I honed my skills for that purpose.
That's a beautiful story. I've never received such a passionate confession. You might even make Melty jealous.
I have another confession for Mel, so don't worry about that.
I concentrate my emotions into my sword and point it at Sakura. Then...
Thanks for everything, Sakura. May you have the serenity and the guidance of the Divine Dragon.
Okay, so we don't get to see if
Taking
Tiga
note.
survives or not yet. The dragon carriage powers through the slums while we were thrown into a panic from the rough ride. We had stopped at the slums, so the land dragon's divine protection of wind repel was removed.
But I didn't think it would shake this much!
Oh, the slums don't have paved roads! And it's so bumpy! Ow, my butt!
Ridley, run! Ridley, where's the road?
Almost there. We're almost to another road. All right, we're okay now.
Amelia grabs onto the reins of the coachman's seat. Just like she said, the shaking gradually lessened, although it's not completely gone.
It's smoother now. All right, Varys, now's your chance.
You mean to diagnose Miss Meowty?
Meowty. She kept saying Melty, or he kept saying Melty, and now he's saying Meowty.
Are you seriously gonna call her that?
Well, I'm glad that Subaru said something.
Barry here is a bit confused right now. I'll do the diagnosis, so be quiet for a second.
Varys yells at me and then starts checking Melty's esophagus as she lies there on the seat. The conclusion of last night's discussion was based on nothing but conjecture. Even if it can go well in theory, it's entirely possible that it won't turn out as expected.
Ah, I shouldn't be so pessimistic. Anyway, just leave it to Varys right now. As for me... Mealy, how is it on your end?
Oh, Subaru. Yeah, everything's fine. This is a really good dragon.
Amelia points at the black land dragon pulling the dragon carriage.
Both the dragon carriage and land dragon were borrowed from Cruce. She's one impressive duchess. Can't underestimate that power.
Oh, I can't remember the name of the land dragon. But it's a really important one in this
That
in the
could be
story.
part of it. But this dragon is amazing on its own. It really liked you, Subaru.
Oh, right. I really don't know why, though.
Cruce asked me to pick a land dragon before this mission started. Among them was this black land dragon. It had an elegant-looking face. I didn't think that would match me well, but the land dragon seemed to take a liking to me.
It's our dependable land dragon, buddy.
Patrache.
I'll name you Patrache.
Patrache, yeah. And I think in the Japanese it sounds more like Patrache, but... Patrache.
Hey, you can't just give her a weird name like that. We have to return her to Cruce later.
I know that. But now I'm starting to feel more attached. Considering how much work I did at the royal capital, would it be possible to get a land dragon as a reward?
There you go again. What would you do with a land dragon? Taking care of them is a lot of work.
Are you my mom or something?
Huh? I'm not.
You're not supposed to take it seriously. Now it's awkward.
Amelia's silly response floors me. Anyway, now that our conversation got cut short, I turned my attention behind me. I don't mean inside the carriage. I'm wondering about Tiga, who we left
I know
behind.
you're worried about Tiga.
Yeah, I am. But worrying about him undermines his bravery.
You boys are such a pain.
Yeah, we sure are.
Yep.
This is something we will never yield on.
Unfortunately for Amelia, this has to do with a man's pride and trust, so I hope she'll just accept it with an open heart. In any case, the die has already been cast. All we can do is work hard in the hopes that each of us roll a good number.
Right now, we need to get working. Mealy, where's the next point?
I think we're almost at our rendezvous point. And about the others.
If that bunch doesn't do well, I think things will turn out real badly down the line. In any case, they've all got some eccentric personalities. I'm not worried about that part.
Is everyone okay?
We can only believe.
Right when I was about to say that... Wolf.
Subaru, watch out!
The bright red light shines, and Amelia pulls me toward her while casting an ice spell above. In the next instant, a white light explodes, causing a shockwave that shakes the dragon carriage.
Subaru, are you okay?
I'll live. What about you, Mealy?
Okie dokie.
I haven't heard that phrase in a while. Wait, now's not the time for that. That attack was...
Well, aren't you lucky you survived? I was trying to flip over your entire dragon carriage. You've done it now. Thanks to you, Sakura is losing her mind. That feels great!
Wait, now's not the time to be saying this! Melty is in that carriage, so don't flip it!
Oh, that's right. Anyway, good job to you then. As thanks, I'll give you some hot flames.
So...
There he is!
So that's the evil spiritual arts user that you talked about.
Maybe I can talk him out of this. Hey! Listen up, Wolf! No! Solemn!
What?
We're trying to help Melty! We both want the same thing! We should work together! I know what you're going through! I heard from Tiga! We found out a way to resolve this! All that's left is...
You're mistaken.
Mind control.
What? I'm mistaken?
Yeah, you've definitely got the wrong idea here. You could even say it's a fatal mistake.
What mistake? You're Melty's older brother and...
That's right, I'm Melty's brother, but I'm different from my useless other half.
Other... half?
I am the malevolent masked magician Wolf. That name is true to its word. I am a different being from Solemn. He's useless in every regard, so don't lump me in with him. I would never accept the help of others. I will save my sister Melty on my own. No one will stand in my way.
Okay. Earlier. The door opens with a heavy sound. I look around but don't see anyone. It's not that anyone was hiding and holding their breath. There was really no one here. Seems like they're out.
Oh my, looks like Sakura isn't here. She summoned us and she's not even here? What an insult. Jeez, it's always like this. My patience is wearing thin. Aren't you also annoyed by this? I wish it would just stop. You're like that again. Yeah, it's my fault for asking.
Puka wags her puffy tail and turns her back on Solemn. Seeing how the spirit was in bad spirits, Solemn isn't sure what to do. Things haven't changed in years. Wait, who's narrating? Puka was like this during their first encounter. How many years ago was that?
So you're Solemn? I've heard about you. I'm Puka. As you can see, I'm a fledgling, powerful, and beautiful great spirit. That's a good reaction. Seems like you're speechless at the sight of me.
No.
You're not? You're just not that talkative? What's with that? Are you making fun of me?
I'm not.
Yes, you are. You have to speak more clearly or the other person will never know what you're trying to say. Well, how about
Such an adorable little squirrel thing is so
zing
with the
The other
villains.
person angry. And I'm sorry to say, but I don't think you and I will get along. You'll have to look elsewhere.
I have a choice?
Okay, so there's no choice. But I have my pride. I'll never do something I don't want to do, even if I vanish for it. What about you? Do you have the conviction to follow through? You're quiet again. All right. I've had enough. You can just...
I'm Solemn. Solemn. That's my name. Puka, I want to be your partner. There is something I must accomplish. And for that, I need your help.
My help?
Yes, with your powers.
My powers? Why'd you go so quiet again?
I'm sorry.
Fine then. I understand how you feel and that you aren't making fun of me. I know you can't help it. Fine. I'll form a contract with you, but remember this. Someday, you have to make sure you actually express your thoughts fully. That's the very first condition of the contract between us.
Okie dokie.
Did you just laugh? Did something funny happen? Tell me!
It's you, Puka.
You were laughing at me!
Solemn wasn't laughing at her, but it seems he still has trouble conveying his intentions. Puka erupts in anger again, and Solemn is forced to get her back on her good side.
Here.
You think you can cheer me up with candy? You think you can cool me off with this? Jeez, men are always like this. Oh, thanks for the treat. Phew. Only I would have such a kind heart to forgive you so easily.
Yeah.
Yes. So, in the end...
Is that...
It's Sakura's bugs! Seeing that they're here...
Seeing one of the flying insects, Solemn reaches out without hesitation. Then the bug sinks its stinger into his outstretched arm.
Not a problem.
I know that, but it looks gross. So what did she say?
Wait.
Solemn interrupts Puka and closes his eyes. In the next moment, the message was sent through the monowasp's stinger in his arm. This is one of her abilities as an insect master. She can transmit messages through the insects that she controls. Sakura often uses this method to send orders to Solemn at the royal capital. And this time too. Huh.
The candidates have made their move.
Did they find out?
Seems like it. Melty has been kidnapped.
What? What are Tiga and Sakura doing? Well, we're in no position to talk. Then where do we go?
The slums. We'll take back Melty.
Well, Mean Cow's here for the big announcement. Solemn and Puka soon arrive at the familiar roads and alleyways of the slums. According to the message that Sakura sent, the dragon carriage that Melty and the others are riding should pass through here.
We managed to get here first. All that's left is to stop them. But... Solemn, can you do it? You idiot. I can tell what you're thinking just by looking at your face. How many years do you think we've been partners? Subaru and his friends kidnapped our Melty.
Solemn couldn't keep secrets hid from his partner. Despite his taciturn personality, he isn't very good at keeping secrets. Or perhaps this great spirit to be is just that good at reading his thoughts.
They're nice people. There's no mistake about that. But they have nothing to do with our objective. I know that.
Solemn is reminded of the faces of those he met who were unrelated to his work. They were good people, a kind-hearted young man and his friends. Had they not interacted with Solemn, they would have remained in peace. Maybe they kidnapped Melty to expose who she really is? Or perhaps...
The situation has changed. It's come to a point of no return. The life at the royal capital wasn't bad. Everything was so busy and lively. When the runt of a spirit picked a fight with me, it was nothing but trouble. But it's time to say goodbye to that life. We have to make sure we're gone without a trace. Can you do it?
Puka asks quietly. Solemn responds with his usual silence. Solemn is unable to express his answer with words, and time passes
Hey
on.
now, gonna give her the usual silent treatment? That's no way to treat your partner. You should already know that this job is too much for you to handle. Just switch out like you usually do, turn tail and go into hiding.
Those calls of ridicule didn't come from the outside. They came from an inner voice deep in his heart. It is the voice of a cruel man that knows everything. His other self.
Wolf.
Yup, it's me. You're me. Or am I you? Well, whatever.
That's some Shinogora stuff right there. The inner voice he had started hearing some time ago is his alternate personality, Wolf. After being chased out of their homeland, Solemn decided to get his hands dirty so that he could be with his sister. Along the way, he met Puka. He spent his days working these unscrupulous jobs, not really understanding why. But after years had passed, this other man appeared in Solemn. This overly familiar voice would insult Solemn's work, whispering that he could do better. But that is a fact. When Solemn lent his body to this voice, his full potential would be realized, and all the work would be completed perfectly. Soon, that voice called himself Wolf. He announced that he is Solemn's other half, and proved to everyone that he was useful. Solemn himself acknowledges that. In fact, Wolf is many times stronger than Solemn. His ruthlessness toward targets and his ability to be cold-hearted for the sake of winning set the two apart. Wolf would complete every task effortlessly. Solemn would still hesitate at the crucial moment. By the time they realized it, Wolf had been tasked to do most of the work. All Solemn does is act like some kind of hermit. Seeing his sister grow up healthy is one of Solemn's few moments of happiness. That's why...
Switch with me, my pacifist brother. You're too much of a coward to handle this yourself. You can't kill them. Don't worry, just close your eyes and I'll take care of things like I always do. There's no need for you to get hurt. I don't have a heart to get hurt in the first place. We're just taking the roles that suit us best. You want to hug your sister with those arms, right? Then don't dirty your hands with the blood of the innocent. Goo!
Goo! I love that laugh.
What are you going to do? The dragon carriage is going to arrive soon.
Urged to make a decision, Solemn opens his eyes. The contracted spirit looks at him with worry, and Solemn nods. He wasn't afraid of staining his hands with blood. He was just afraid of containing his other, stronger self and getting Puka hurt. That's why.
Wolf, please.
Sure thing, you damn coward.
He takes out a mask and wears it, completing the ritual that switches Solemn and Wolf. In the next instant, the one who controls the body switches. Solemn's consciousness falls into darkness, and the one who surfaces in his place...
Looks like you're done switching.
Obviously. I'm purposely dressing up for you because I would have felt bad if you got confused. This is all out of love for you. You like that?
Yeah, thanks. Anyway, do you know what the situation is?
I've been listening from inside him. It would have been awesome if I got to see Sakura get all flustered. But hearing the panic in her message was good enough.
Panic, nice.
Don't look at me like that, Puka. You and I will burn everything. The entire path will be a barren wasteland. And then we will go to our new world!
Oh boy.
Doesn't that excite you?
You're...
What?
Isn't it hard, hurting yourself like this?
Don't look at me like that, Puka. I'm making progress. I'm not the same as that coward who's hiding.
Wolf glares and growls out those words, a completely different demeanor from his usual jesting laughs. He sees the dragon carriage plowing through the road of the slums at an amazing speed.
It's time. It's time! Let's get working, partner.
I know. I'm your partner. That's what was asked of me, so I will follow through.
That's right. Let's get this going.
Wolf becomes engulfed in flames with Puka's help, and he jumps high into the air. He then points his arm at the dragon carriage. He begins his attack. Time returns to the present.
Whoa! This is bad. Subaru, please take the reins. I'll shoot down that attack.
Yeehaw! Wolf howls and emits flames that continue to chase after the dragon carriage. Even if I crouch down and brace myself, if we get hit with that even once, we're done for. We'll be burnt to a crisp. To prevent that, I grip the reins Amelia handed over to me to keep running the dragon carriage. Amelia stands up boldly and...
I've had enough of your recklessness. Now I'm really mad.
You look so adorable when you're mad. It's such a waste. If only you weren't a half-devil.
Is it announcement time? Is it really? Well, then, let me go to this for a second. Because I got a surprise for you guys. So, taking in everybody's begging and suggestions and all of that. I am going to finally start an OnlyFans. So, you know, you can subscribe if you want, I guess. But, there you go. A sub is a sub. It's a $5 foot long. Just so you know. So there you go. I'm giving you Subway prices. No. Well, oh man, and before Twitch ban, I didn't even think about that. Oh well, if it happens, it happens. I guess we'll just have to figure something else out. But no, it is an April Fool's joke. You're welcome. But the link is real. It is. I made it like 2 months ago or something. And then trying to figure out the time to share the meme. This is the content you guys come here for, right? Alright, but I will let you guys dwell on such a beautiful joke. Thank you for the bits, Dustin. If you really you realize you guys are basically just paying me for fooling all of y'all. Get out of here, boy. I'm insulting my fans. But I do actually need to go get another drink, so I will be right back, guys. Okay, we're back. I hope you guys did enjoy our lovely announcement. It was very exciting.
Don't be dumb! She's a half-elf and she's super cute! Don't make me burn all your nose hairs!
That's a weird threat.
Subaru, keep your eyes on the road. And now's not the time to be saying nonsense.
Even though I was getting scolded by Amelia, I definitely controlled the dragon carriage to evade the flames. Wait, am I?
Patrochet is amazing! I'm not even really doing anything!
I can sense how great this animal is just from how the reins feel. I know for sure that Patrochet is a thoroughbred. I think I picked the best one at Karsten Manor.
Evasive maneuvers! Quick dash! Back dash! Sidestep!
Swirling around nicely, aren't you? This is so irritating, it makes me want to change my mask!
I don't know what good that would do, but do what you want!
If that keeps one of his hands busy, it'll make my attacks easier to connect.
The flashy magic battle between Amelia and Wolf unfolds around the dragon carriage. Amelia keeps her surroundings in mind, but Wolf doesn't show the same consideration. We have to be careful so that the slums don't get burned down.
We're always on hard mode here. I wanted to make our move in the slums in case he came after us, but...
Oh, I get it now. So we're in Blighttown.
It's okay, Subaru. We'll be fine. I'll keep the collateral damage at a minimum. And we're almost there.
Amelia fights valiantly, despite having more to deal with than Wolf. Her bluish-purple eyes turn to the bottom of the dragon carriage. As if waiting for that glance, the window that connects the coachman's seat in the dragon carriage opens up.
Subaru! Miss Amelia!
Ares, we're busy right now! We're being chased by a scary clown! Wait, I've heard of that urban legend before.
I can tell from all the shaking. It was real tough, so you better appreciate how hard this was for me.
I will. I definitely will. So what happened?
Boo, you're not being sincere about it. Fairy here worked so hard, too. And as a result, yeah, I think I can solve the issue with Miss Meowty's throat like we talked about yesterday.
Nice!
That was truly great news from Ferris. I raise my fist into the air. All that's left is...
It's time to prep for the operation. We're almost at the rendezvous point. Mealy!
Sure. What should I do?
Oh, my, you're so obedient. Are you sure you want to follow my orders?
It's a little late for that. We've come this far. I'll believe in you till the end, Subaru.
Aww, I'm taken aback by Amelia's trust in me. My heart feels hot. My cheeks feel hot. My ears feel hot. Anyway, I'm getting pumped up.
Alright, this is great!
Getting some
Let's
pumped
do
up
this!
kicks.
You trust me, so I won't let you down! Mealy, I'll tell you when you use your ice magic. Ferris, you get mentally prepared for the op.
You can count on me. What's an op? I guess you don't have time to answer.
I sure don't! We're starting the mission right now!
He circled around us again. That Subaru is strangely perceptive.
I don't think that's the case. It's the land dragon that's doing all the dodging. It's not technique. It was all his luck in choosing the land dragon. He pulled the best land dragon when it mattered most. That's the kind of luck he has. I'd say it's a talent I don't have.
You going soft on me? Then get out of here. I'll protect you and Solemn both. You two cowards can just go to the back and huddle together.
Oh boy.
Huh?
That's such an obvious taunt. You think I would be affected by those words now? Give me a break, oh great spirits! I am Wolf. I play dirty tricks and ambush all the time. I swear on my title of malevolent math magician to defeat any opponent. They'll be just another victim. Nothing more, nothing less.
Wolf.
Ignoring Puka's call, he continues to shoot flames at the dragon carriage as it runs. Huge magic spells go off one after the other. Normally, one would run out of mana, but that is not an issue for Wolf because...
May the world unravel, spill from the cracks, Give me the strength to rise up!
On the palms of both his hands are the ominous sights of the open evil eyes. When the evil eyes shine, something interesting happens. The evil eye of avarice absorbs mana in the area, which Wolf devours and cycles into his body. As long as the world itself doesn't end, the supply is endless.
Run away all you want, you plebeians. I will burn you with my eternal flames.
Man, that's an overpowered ability, if ever there was one. Infinite mana. The Great Spirit Puka creates the flames. Wolf's evil eye supplies infinite mana. Together, there is no battle that they cannot win with sheer force. That's why.
Wolf! Something's wrong!
Something is happening to the dragon carriage straight ahead. Before they were using ice shards to block, but something is different about them now. The ice shards are even finer and smaller, like hail or raindrops.
What's going on? Why did they spread out their ice like that?
I've got a bad feeling about this. Maybe we should keep our distance.
Nah, it's a pain.
He holds up both hands to create an even bigger flame. Puka opens her eyes wide, but Wolf pays her no heed.
Whatever they're plotting, I'll incinerate them all here and now. Now, I don't have to be conservative and worry about being spotted by others.
Wolf, you can't be...
But I don't care anymore! I'll show them my full strength. Take this!
Hey! What about Melty?
The giant flame is unleashed despite Puka's scream, drowned out by the sound of the fire. The flames approach the dragon carriage, and it seems that there was no way to stop it. Once everything vanishes, dragon carriage and all.
It's over.
In the next instant, a white fog expands explosively. The white haze engulfs the flames along with Wolf and Puka, cutting off their vision.
Whoa! What's going on?
This fog! What are they trying to do?
When the haze clears, Wolf and Puka doubt their own eyes at the spectacle before them. What? Cruciate? Rem?
There's 3 dragon carriages?
Oh!
They're all the same color and type. Which one's the carriage from earlier?
Right! They're freaked out! The plan is working!
I'm surprised that you came up with this plan. Using multiple identical carriages to confuse our pursuers? If it is underhanded tactics we are talking about, there is no one better than Barasu.
That's not really a compliment!
But we managed to catch the opponent off guard. Give enough time for Ram and me to jump in. Your little trick sure proved to be useful.
That's definitely not a compliment! I can tell, you know!
That's not my intention.
I was busy dealing with Ram and Julius, who jumped into the dragon carriage. Deep in my heart, I was cheering that the plan was working. Outside the window, the decoy dragon carriages were running alongside the real one. Thanks to the haze that Amelia created, the carriages keep shuffling, so they can't figure it out. All that's left is...
Hey! Stop fighting! Miss Cruciate has joined the fray, so Fairy Hair doesn't have time to mess around with Mew. Julius, Ram, help me here! We need to get started!
Of course.
You can count on me.
Oh, Miss Cruciate, I'll do my best!
Okay, so they're...
I believe in you. I know you will give it your all, Ferris.
Okay, so they're going to be performing surgery on a moving carriage that doesn't have wind resistance protection while running away from a madman throwing fireballs at them and shuffling between 2 other... Wow! This might be the hardest surgery in non-existence. Cruciate responds from the coach box with reins in hand, even though her attendant's voice doesn't reach her. They've known each other for so long that she could close her eyes and easily imagine her attendant's thoughts and actions. They each have an unwavering trust in the knowledge that the other will give it their utmost effort.
Such turmoil before the royal selection has even started. Goodness, it is never easy.
Also, Cruciate in a ponytail. Fantastic. I, may have a thing for ponytails.
Miss Amelia, are you alright? Yes, I'm fine. Subaru and the others should be perfectly fine too. Thank you so much for making it on time. That almost turned out very badly for us.
I only did what was expected. Sister and I were very worried. We can't turn back after we've come this far. Let's keep going all the way to the end.
Agreed. Let's do this.
2 decoys and 1 real one. Damn, I can't attack carelessly.
I know! Look at the coachman to find out which is which. Melty is on the dragon carriage with Subaru and his princess.
You sure didn't make it that obvious? If they're going to switch around, they must have considered that.
Oh, right! But...
I know. Damn it, damn it, damn it! Sakura was right! Who the hell are you, Subaru Natsuki?
A tactical genius.
I get the feeling that someone's mad at me.
Actually, that reminds me of a really funny short story for you. When I was at college, we did a Humans vs. Zombies event. And if you've never heard of campus doing this, it's actually a huge organized event that goes across the entire campus. And what it is it's basically a giant Nerf war. One person who signs up is randomly designated as Patient Zero. And I don't remember exactly how, but I think they have like a band or something to mark them as such. And anytime that you are outside, yeah, I'm sure they have different names for them, but you either had like an armband if you were a zombie, or if you had like your Nerf gun or any other obvious weapon. Then you were playing, basically. And the way it worked is you would, if you shot a zombie, they couldn't tag anybody for like 5 minutes. And if a zombie tagged you, then you had to go to wherever they had the stuff to get your armband, and then you were now a zombie. And they had to keep changing and fixing some of the rules as they went. But on the first night, I just remember hearing the story of this guy. I hated this guy. He was probably the weirdest person I have ever met. I think I can say that in all seriousness, he might have been the weirdest person I'd ever met. He was a tall blonde guy who would wear, like a jean gi, like those karate pants. And he called himself the Hillbilly Samurai, but he didn't talk like that. He also said he was descended from like some super obscure ancient Norse god descendant family or something. And he called himself Vishnarok. Ugh. And it was crazy. But on that first night, he managed to get a group of other people out to go zombie hunting. And they saw a zombie run away from him, because there were like 10 people with Nerf guns walking around at night. And he yells, "I'm a tactical fucking genius!" and runs around the corner and then gets ambushed because there were a bunch of zombie people around that corner. And he got himself and all of his friends eliminated, more or less, and then they all rage quit like babies. It was beautiful. Yeah, that guy. He also, I'll tell the other stories about him some other time.
Of course. You have done many things that people would get mad at you for.
Because he mostly gets involved with, I guess I'll just go ahead and say, I was crushing on a girl at the time, and so were 4 other guys, and he was one of them. So, You know, that's why I wound up having to hang around, because then it turns out the girl was leading everybody along. So. And she wound up with dating him. Like, I didn't like a couple of the other guys, but... boy.
Hey, shut up! Anyway, did you bring what I asked you?
I've gotten all of it. Clean blades, a table for surgery, cloth, and water. All of it. This is rather thorough.
I only have superficial knowledge of it. But the most important thing is to keep everything clean. If we mess up here, it'll be terrible all around.
Barisu, since you were so insistent about it, I put the blades over a flame beforehand. All that's left is...
Okay, so back to the game, the important stuff. I made the comment about the Dragon Carriage not having the stuff. I don't know if they moved carriages. I don't think they did, because he made a comment that those two jumped in. Never mind.
The inside of the Dragon Carriage should be clean, but...
We can leave that to my buds.
Just as Julius says so, the spirits of different colors dance around.
Ia, Qua, Aro, Ik, In, Ness. They are all quasi-spirits that I've contracted with.
Quasi-spirits?
They are one rank below spirits. You can think of them as great spirit candidates.
Considering how I'm a knight in training, there's a bunch of candidates in this battle.
That includes the fake candidate in front of us.
Rom's tongue is sharp. I hope that surgical knife will be just as sharp. And while we were talking...
All right. We cleaned the carriage interior as best we could. The preparation should be complete.
We can start at any time. The divine protection of wind repel is working, so everything is stable.
And again, we're assuming that the dragon carriage will get flipped on its side.
I don't want to sound ominous, but if Wolf somehow figures out which dragon carriage is the right one or loses his patience while searching, that's a very real possibility. And...
We don't have any anesthetics or something that can reduce pain, do we?
No problem. You're worried about pain? Then Fairy here's magic will lessen it.
Really?
Good.
I guess that makes sense. Pain from getting your throat cut is unbearable.
The surgery is to help save her life. If she dies from the pain, that would make it all for nothing.
Still, I didn't know you could mimic anesthetics. Water magic must be real convenient.
When someone's heavily injured or they're very sick, all you can do is reduce their pain in most cases.
Well...
I realized what I said was careless and quickly regretted it. Ferris is a healing mage, in other words, a doctor. Even the best doctor in the kingdom can't save every life. That's a given.
But that is why your magic is the gentlest in this world. I am proud to have you as my friend.
That's not what I meant. Anyway, get Miss Meowty onto the table. We need to get started immediately.
Gotta save Meowty.
Yes, sure.
Ferris seems to be hiding some embarrassment while Julius chuckles. Seeing this exchange between them makes me feel that there's a strong friendship there.
I know you don't have any friends, Barisu.
Hey, I do too, and they're both working on this mission. Oh, and there's also one doing his best trying to sell apples.
I'm assuming he means Otto and Tiga? Both. Maybe he doesn't consider Otto a friend, so Reinhard? What would he consider Rem and Amelia?
Yes, come on, Barisu, back to work.
I know! Jeez.
Rom pokes my back and I head back toward Melty. Her surgery is about to begin on what I call the operating table, and to prepare for that...
Melty, are you awake?
Melty looks around with dazed eyes. Understandably, she doesn't seem to know what's going on. Right when she thought she was on a dragon carriage, it got flipped over and she lost consciousness. Of course she's confused.
Sorry. I really wish I could explain in detail, but we don't have time. But you have to believe one thing. We will do everything we can to release you from your problems. So please believe in us. Melty?
I thought my pleading sounded sincere, but I frown upon seeing that she is not responding. The silence appears to be coming from something other than confusion. And as if to confirm my worries, Melty opens her mouth.
What?
I wasn't letting my guard down, but it all happened so quickly, Melty knocks me to the floor. And I see something strange in Melty's eyes.
That eye.
Get away from Barasu!
Hey, Rom! Be careful!
I did go easy on her. What made her lose her temper?
No, that's not it! This isn't anger!
Miss Melty, can you hear me? Please say something. This is bad. It seems like her consciousness is clouded. Not only that.
Is she being manipulated? Could that be it?
Seems like I got them.
Got them? What are you talking about?
Oh, she has like a bug in her controlling her?
Oh, nothing. It's just that a lot of my plans have been ruined at every turn, so I'm very irritated right now. That's why I wanted to upset them at least once. Did you think I wouldn't spare any effort in setting up a way to spite them?
Don't tell me. Did you do something to Mel?
That's a matter of interpretation. All I wanted is for her to become more honest. I wanted her to wield her powers as ruler. That's all. So I gave her a little encouragement.
At the same time near Lugunica Castle.
How many times do I have to tell you? You're not taking this seriously enough. Having an imposter in the royal selection is an emergency for the whole kingdom. There is no need to play roundabout tricks to expose these malcontents.
You do have a point. However, Sir Bordeaux, I thought you had a strong dislike of Miss Emilia. The people in the castle are simply worried that your determination of who the imposter is will be based on nothing but mere conjecture.
That is a foolish concern. You can't be serious, Sir Miklatov.
Well now, I don't know about that.
Fine. I'll play along.
Bordeaux's
It's true
voice
that
is
I
pretty
detest
bad.
the half-devil candidate. I think it should be out of the question to even consider her. However, I would never be so short-sighted to think that things I dislike are evil. If I were that thoughtless and shallow, I would not be here today. I would have lost my life years ago on the battlefield during the Demi-Human War. Yet that didn't happen.
Demi-Human War.
That's my answer to you. Sir Miklatov, are you satisfied?
Quite. In any case, the Council of Wise Men is not a monolithic group, but we all strive for the peace of the kingdom. There is no doubt about that. I hope that we can have a constructive discussion about this.
It is as you say. By the way, about Miss Melty.
Her again. What is it? It's unlike you to be this way. You seem to be playing favorites.
No, but she was recommended by the Transcendent Dragon Church. She has the right disposition to maintain the covenant of the royal family with the Divine Dragon. I was simply thinking that... thinking...
Sir Rickard?
What's the matter? Are you not well?
Sir Rickard!
What? Rickard suddenly screams out loud. No one in the room could hide their surprise, but that isn't all.
Sir Rickard, what is this?
Sir Bordeaux! Is it not just Sir Rickard? This is the castle. No, the town as well?
Oh, it's Melty. People all over the city began screaming out, quickly causing confusion everywhere.
Whoa! Damn it, what is this? This can't be happening. What the hell is going on? Laksha, Plum, please be safe.
Princess! 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 We got trouble!
What's with all the noise? I am in the middle of a book here. Don't interfere.
Yeah, sorry, I'll come again later. Wait, no! Now's not the time for that! There's something terrible happening in town. Everyone is wreaking havoc out there. Please, Princess. I hope you don't go and cause trouble. I'm not confident I can stop you.
Fool. This is where
Ow.
you should give your life to protect mine. In any
Oh,
case,
ow.
I would never put myself in any compromising position.
Oh, well, I guess that's true. But this must have something to do with what Bro said yesterday.
Probably.
Probably. So what are we going to do? Are you just going to let things...
Is there anyone attacking the manor?
None yet. I can't put Schultz at risk. So I did tell him to go into hiding.
Then it's fine. Good on you that you did your job without me having to tell you. The rest is up to them. We have nothing to do with this.
Is that really what you want?
Do you still not understand, Al? The world exists for my sake, after all. No matter how it all ends, it is nothing for me to trifle over. Just do your part and do it well. That is all you can do.
An ominous wind is starting to blow. What I feared is becoming a reality.
Is this due to Miss Melty's evil eye? I can hear it. I can hear the screams of the people throughout the royal capital. There are screams and cries of anger.
Everyone driving the dragon carriages finds out what is happening in the royal capital. Everyone is affected by something horrible.
At this rate, the Great Escape will not be lasting too long.
Miss Amelia, Miss Crochet, please make your decision. Let's do this. That's why you two were brought here.
What's going on in town?
It's Melty.
What?
Melty's evil eye is going out of control. The people under her indoctrination are starting to wreak havoc. That woman must have done something.
Sakura, I knew that woman would do something like this. Damn, we've been had.
For a brief moment, Wolf hesitates, but it was only for a brief moment.
We can't let this opportunity go to waste. Find the dragon carriage that Melty is on. I'll blow away the other two.
Got it. I'll try.
Buka nods, but then her eyes suddenly widen. The fleeing dragon carriages all go off in different directions.
Why would they do this now?
Now I can't tell which is the right one.
They play such petty tricks. Damn it! Melty!
She laid a trap! Damn that conniving woman!
No time to complain. I can't do the surgery at this rate. We're completely short on time.
Miss Rom, can you match my movements?
Who do you think you're talking to? Fear and bow before me.
Nothing.
While Ferris and I wonder what's going on, Rom and Julia synchronize and dive toward Melty.
Stay put!
You don't want to get rough on you.
Melty tries to fight them, but she doesn't stand a chance against both of them. Melty isn't a fighter in the first place. Her power of indoctrination is the only thing dangerous about her, but you only need to avoid being touched by her hands. So...
We have her held down. Do it now.
Ferris, please!
Got it! I'll make sure it doesn't hurt, so sleep!
Right when Ferris waves over Melty, her body relaxes. I'm relieved that she doesn't show any signs of resistance, but...
Useless, Barusu. Now is not the time to relax.
Huh? It appears that Miss Melty acting this way was purposely triggered by someone. It's likely that it also affected the people under the effect of her evil eye.
What? Then...
Yep, that's right.
It's a good thing we asked them to stay behind in case something happened.
Sir Rickard! This is not good. Rickard has gone mad. Protect Lord Miklatov, otherwise...
Oh, there's no need for that.
Oh, Roswaal.
Excuse me. That's quite powerful. But anyway...
Margrave Mathers!
Oh, excuse me. It's an emergency, so I hope you'll allow a vase or two to be broken.
You broke a vase, whatever. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. I love... Roswaal. Roswaal suddenly appears and knocks out Rickard. Many confused looks turn toward him.
Margrave Mathers, it appears that you have an idea of what is happening to Sir Rickard.
Yes, to be quite honest, yes. There are some machinations behind this incident, but...
Mean Cow, did you watch the season finale today? I think it was last Wednesday, but I watched it today. Season 2 finale. Have you watched? If you like Roswaal, this season is gonna make you very confused about those feelings. If you hate Roswaal, you're going to have confused feelings. I have confused feelings about a lot of characters.
But what? If you know something, say it! This goes beyond just us at the castle.
Just know that this season explores the backstories in depth of Roswaal, Beatrice, Emilia, and a few other characters. It's a lot of backstory information. Otto's backstory even gets fleshed out. Yeah, I think every single major character that hadn't already gotten their backstory, even Subaru gets some more backstory, and everybody grows and changes, and like by the end of the season, you feel like things actually happened and progressed, which with ReZero sometimes feels like it doesn't happen because of the nature of repeating loops. It's amazing. Also has some of the most, I think it has the most horrific death in all of ReZero. So, be ready.
We must hurry, otherwise the people in town...
Though you have no need to worry about that. I've taken the proper precautions.
Oh, that's reassuring. What are they?
Well, I suppose you can say the future of the kingdom of Lagunica is bright.
This craziness is everywhere.
Even though he abandoned his shop, Katamon still was unable to get to his destination. He's trying to get back home to his wife and child.
Laksha! Plum! Damn it. I have no time to waste. If I don't go back, who's gonna protect my family?
He smacks his face loudly and takes a big stride forward. He is quickly surrounded by a violent mob on the streets.
I'm not good at holding back. I'm not trying to kill you, but don't blame me if you die. Shoot! Sir!
He punches, kicks, and throws the mobs that rush him, but they aren't acting on their own will. He doesn't want to go too hard on them. It would have been so much easier if he attacked to kill, but Katamon did his best to hold back. It may be foolish, but he isn't confident he could hug his family again if his hands were stained with blood.
Come on, stop hiding and run away! I can't hold them back all on my own!
While fighting off the mob, he continues to help others get away. He shouts at people cowering in fear. He pushes people who are trying to hide. Hiding is useless when you're up against beasts. His opponents may look human, but their spirits are closer to those of beasts. They attack based on primal instinct, so he fights them using his fists, legs, and elbows. The feeling of impact is sickening. Amongst it all, out of the corner of his eye, Katamon sees a small silhouette and he quickly jumps in that direction. If such a frail body is attacked, they'll be broken easily. He has to go and rescue them before that happens, but it's felt, isn't it?
Hey kid, if you stay here!
Katamon hesitates for a split second. In assessing the enemy, he never imagined that children can be among them. The child grabs onto him, stopping him in his tracks. The mob then rushes him. If he gets pushed down, he'll be done for. He tries to protect the child from being crushed on his way down, but before then...
I like your courage. You're a man among men.
What?
But you should never give up. Never ever, until the very end. Anyway, Tivy.
Understood. Let's do this, everyone.
It happens in a matter of seconds. Right when an unfamiliar girl appears, she gives out orders that cause many beastmen to rush onto the scene, suppressing the entire mob. All the men, women, and children grabbing onto Katamon are shut down one after another. Seeing their coordination power, and most of all, the fact that it was a group battle consisting of only beastmen, Katamon immediately comes to a realization.
Are you the Iron Fang?
Oh, you know your stuff. I thought we weren't all that well known around these parts yet. At this rate, maybe I should reconsider how to sell myself.
How to sell yourself?
Mm-hmm. I'm Anastasia Hoshin. You'd better remember this face and name. I can make things worth your while.
Anastasia Hoshin.
Katamon squats down on the spot upon hearing that name and seeing how quickly things had been taken over. Seems like the minor players are done here. It wouldn't hurt to take a break now.
Anyway, you sure showed yourself to be a man back there. How about it? Would you want to work with me?
It's an honor, but I think I'll pass. Because I have a wife and kid I need to go check on.
That's a manly answer there, too.
My lady, we cleaned up things over here. We're heading to the next spot, right?
Of course. We have to get more people to owe us favors. This is where we do our business. We can't fall behind other kids that are working hard.
Anastasia's great. So, who remembers these guys? I like that they just decided to make the middle guy have his tongue piercing just dangling out. So these were the thugs that nearly beat Subaru to death at the beginning of episode 1.
What's going on? Those guys are nuts!
They had a crazy look in their eyes. Didn't listen to a word we said. This is too much. We better get out of here, quick!
Camberly.
Man up!
Ton!
Jin!
Con! You're all so pitiful for being so ready to run away. You don't have much chance to show off in your entire lives. If you don't stand your ground here, when are you going to?
You don't know what you're talking about.
What the hell can we do in this situation? All we can do is run around like headless chickens!
Yeah, what could a bunch of outcasts like us do anyway?
Do you seriously think that? If you're serious about that, then there's nothing more I can say to you. Be the loser that you are, and just turn tail and run. I'm going. I don't want to make excuses for myself.
What good is thinking like that going to do?
When you live with a purpose, you'll never have regrets no matter how you die. Then again, just do what you want. I'm off to contain this mob the best I can.
The three men watch the girl run off, then turn to each other. The tumult of the mob can be heard in the distance. The three knew it was dangerous to stay there, which was why they had escaped so desperately in the first place. They know it would be stupid to go back there, and yet...
Damn it! That brat just told us off! Making excuses? What's wrong with that? It's better to be alive than dead. But...
Hey, Ratchins! Camberly!
What?
I think I dropped something of mine over there.
Yeah?
I think it's something real important. So I gotta go get it back.
Making excuses.
Hey, are you serious? If you dropped it there, just give it up!
I can't do that. Because I'd be as good as dead without it.
He's gonna say it's his dignity.
Did you really drop something that important? Yes, Don, don't tell me you want to help that kid out?
Cut it out. You know I'm not like that. I'm just gonna go pick up what I dropped. So, about that. You guys probably dropped the same thing.
What? Me too? When did that happen?
Yeah, I think so. So, what do you want to do?
I don't know. Damn it all! Ah! Fine, I'll do it. Damn it all!
I knew you had it in you. Let's go, Camberly.
What? But I don't even know what I dropped.
Dumb kid, and I just love how whiny Chins is.
Those guys. Looks like they've got it in them after all. All right, I'm ready now. Show them what we slum dwellers are made of. Let's go!
Okay.
Let's get a record of that, shall we?
Chaos spreads through the royal capital, with new battles breaking out everywhere to contain it. Then...
Why is that?
Insects fly through the air, closing in on Tiga. Sakura continues her one-sided offensive without even breaking a sweat. Meanwhile, a reaction should have been triggered in the bugs planted inside Melty, causing everyone under the effects of the evil eye within the capital to go into a frenzy at once. Its effects should have sent a wave through the slums as well, and yet...
The situation hasn't changed at all. Why? How?
Something is wrong. Sakura doesn't understand it. Everything should have finally been going according to her plan, but...
You seem to be losing your edge, Sakura. You sure you want to be distracted while facing me?
Tiga strikes down the bugs and moves as quick as an arrow. Sakura slows him down with more bugs, then leaps backward to get more distance between them. She then follows up with another wave of ranged attacks. She had been repeating this strategy the entire fight, but her attempts to take him down have been unsuccessful.
Oh, Tiga, you're much tougher than I thought. You must be wounded all over. And your bleeding won't stop with the type of bugs I've been using. I'm sure you're feeling dizzy right about now. Or are you able to remain standing all out of love for Melty?
That's right. It's out of love for Mel. Not that you'd understand what love is. I know that love can empower you. Just thinking about Mel gives me more power than all the blood I've lost.
You don't know when to shut up. Just like that Subaru.
That's starting to seem like a badge of honor. Turns out he's a greater person than I expected. I was getting worried when you started talking so much. But it sounds like your plot was a dud after all. Too bad for you, Subaru Natsuki has won up to you every step of the way. Sakura Element. That's
Sakura
the truth.
Element?
How dare you!
Quite a name.
Foolish little brat cannot possibly get the better of...
Just as Sakura is about to finish her sentence.
Well, well, we cannot have that. It stands to reason that you're unable to win when you've miscalculated your enemy. It appears that your defeat could not be avoided.
What?
It's you!
Both of them turn in surprise toward the voice. The silhouette bows while fluttering in the dry wind of the slums. There stands... Wilhelm?
Pleased to make your acquaintance.
Yeah.
I am Wilhelm Trios. I am but a humble swordsman and subject of Duchess Cruce Carsten.
There's a formidable air about the old swordsman. Sakura feels her throat go dry upon hearing him declare his name.
Wilhelm Trias? Where have I heard that name before?
I would say I've come to help, but that is not the case. I am not here to assist you, but to fight in your stead.
What do you mean?
There's chaos breaking out all around the royal capital as we speak. I have been quelling the unrest for some time now. However, in my experience, these things must be dealt with at the source. That is why I will take over from here.
But that woman is the mastermind behind this all.
Make no mistake. Is your objective to defeat the enemy? Is your objective to defeat the enemy?
Tiga considers the question that was repeated to him and gulps loudly.
No, it's not. My objective is to help Mel.
Very good. My land dragon is just around the corner in the back street. You should be able to ride it to catch up. Now go.
Thank you for everything.
Not to worry. This old man finds joy in these things. A long time ago, many people helped to set the stage for me. And now I must repay that favor.
Tiga nods, lets out a sigh, and finally sheathes his sword. He then turns to Sakura.
Sakura.
Tiga, I won't allow this.
Mel is not fit to be ruler. Even if she has the power, she can choose not to follow that path. I want to have Mel choose for herself.
Tiga turns around and runs off, and Sakura reaches out toward him as he leaves.
Stop! Tiga!
Sakura's bugs swarm forth at her cry, their wings buzzing in a frenzy. However,
how uncouth!
As they fly toward their target, a flashing blade cuts through them in an instant. Sakura feels a chill go down her spine upon witnessing the sheer mastery of the sword.
You call yourself a humble swordsman? This is...
I've simply wielded the sword for a long time. With my lack of natural talent, that is all there is to it. Though in my years, I've learned to understand the principle of things.
Principle?
Indeed. A man will go to the woman he loves. Standing in the way is the epitome of boorishness. Prepare yourself. Our paths may not have crossed until this fated day, but your head shall be mine for this aged sword devil's taking.
Sword devil? I see. The sword devil.
Oh, upon hearing the alias of the old swordsman, Sakura looks up at the sky. Tiga is nowhere in sight now. So I didn't realize he was the sword devil. So we have a sword saint, the finest of knights, the sword devil. Man, everybody has a title. Left all alone, Sakura begins to laugh.
This can't be! How did this happen? All of my plans were discovered! My plots all exposed! How is that possible? It's like he saw through everything! Subaru Natsuki! What did you do, Subaru Natsuki?
Get Melty on the table and start the surgery, quick! Roswell's going to the castle, Anastasia's going to the Nobles District and Shopping District, and Felt's heading to the slums. But we aren't out of the woods yet. We need Melty to get back to her senses as soon as possible.
You don't have to keep repeating yourself. I know my role here.
Subaru, you should calm down. We've done enough already. Leave the rest to us.
Besides, you'll just get in the way. Are you sure you want to see all the blood and guts?
I'm actually not that good with gore. All right. I'd hate to leave now, but I'll go outside. But my heart is with you guys. If you feel lonely, just think of me and go.
Shut up. Hurry up and go.
Mealy, what's the situation?
Subaru, is everything okay in there?
Yeah, the surgery is starting. I have a feeling something bad is happening in the city.
Let's leave that to the others. We have to do our own job.
Right. We can't be worrying about everything at once. We only have so many hands between us. We just need to grasp what's in front of us with both our hands.
Yes, and we're fleeing in different directions from the other dragon carriages right now. I don't see Wolf behind us anymore, so I think we're okay.
I don't want to guess based on hope. Never be too optimistic, or...
Right as I was about to review our plans to make sure we didn't miss anything...
Subaru!
That's...
Emilia cries out, and Subaru also sees what's directly ahead of the dragon carriage.
There he is!
Did he circle around us? But how did he get in front of the dragon carriage?
No, there's something else going on.
The three dragon carriages had split off into different directions, but their ultimate destinations were the same, south of the royal capital. So all he had to do was wait at the south of the city and attack all three at once. A simple yet effective tactic.
Normally he shouldn't have enough mana to do this, but...
It's coming!
Can't stop me!
Wolf howls and a horrifically large ball of fire appears above his head. I don't know how much about that magic, but even I can tell that thing is abnormally powerful. I only have a few drops of mana according to Puck and Beatrice. I could use up my reserves thousands of times without filling up that much firepower. Wolf launches the attack toward us without mercy.
Wolf! What? Tiga! I won't let you! Malice in that dragon carriage!
Tiga slices deep into Wolf's arm. The giant ball of fire is slightly veered off its course as it's hurled away from Wolf's muscular arm. The brief exchange between Tiga and Wolf is obscured by the fireball in the way. The ball of fire continues toward us.
Don't worry, Subaru. We should be able to handle that.
Mealy?
It might have been dangerous if it was just me here, though.
I'll follow your lead. There's no time to practice, but can you do it?
Yes! Leave it to Subaru's run! You heard them. Hang tight, Subaru!
Got it! Wait, where do I hang on?
I tried to follow Emilia's direction and look for something to hang on to at the coachman's seat.
One blow, 100 felled!
Oh, Yuma! Open the way!
While I panic, Emilia, Rem, and Crucier unleash their powerful attacks. They shoot forth and collide with the fireball, causing it to break apart in an explosion of light. Even sound vanishes in that moment, and the world is engulfed in a white light. No, it just disappeared from sight. Slowly, sound and color return to my world.
What happened?
If you can speak, it means we ended up fine.
Patracia cries out while pulling the carriage as if in response to Emilia's comment. Emilia then smiles.
I'm fine too. Does it hurt anywhere, Subaru?
I think I'm fine. Wait, Mealy, Don't you think you're really close?
Because you grabbed onto my hips.
Huh?
I realize what's happening and let out a cry of panic.
Sorry! I didn't do it on purpose! I really didn't! You smell real nice. I mean, that's not what I meant to say!
Hey, Subaru, watch out! If you back away too much.
Huh?
Despite Amelia's warning, I step back onto empty air. I get thrown out of the dragon carriage and nearly crash into the ground.
Come on now. It'd be pretty sad if this is how you died.
Whoa! Sorry about that. Thanks a bunch. Wait, Tiga?
Cool it, will ya? No need to react so weirdly.
How could I not? I thought you stayed behind in the slums. Where's Sakura? Did you beat her?
Yeah. Are you okay? It seemed really tough with all those weird bugs to deal with. Oh, but thank you for saving Subaru. You're such a scatterbrain, Subaru.
Haven't heard that in a while.
Whoa. Both of you, calm down. First, I didn't defeat Sakura. Someone else took my place.
Took your place? Who?
An old man called Wilhelm. He claimed to be a swordsman who serves Miss Cruce.
Wilhelm. Did Cruce send him out for us?
Cruce really knows what she's doing. But you said you didn't defeat Sakura.
That's because I left before the fight ended. That old man gave me a lecture. He said I have to do what a man is supposed to do, by being next to the woman I love. That's the gist of it anyway.
It's like you to say that. So are you here for Melty's surgery?
Yeah. I want to watch by her side. If I won't get in the way, that is.
That depends on the guys inside, but I think it's okay. That said...
I look at the silhouette on the ground in the wake of the dragon carriage. Wolf lays face up on the path as we continue to move away. His all-out attack was deflected by Amelia and the others, and he was struck down by Tiga's ambush. He doesn't have the strength to get back up.
We're doing surgery inside, so we can't afford to lose the divine protection of Wind Repel. We won't be able to stop the dragon carriage.
Yeah, I know. You don't have to stop. I'm going to go see Mel. I want to stay by the woman I love.
Got it.
Are you sure it's okay to go inside? I heard what they're doing to Melty is really painful.
He's prepared for it. It's not right for me to say anything.
Okay.
Just another one of those man things. The overwhelming smell of blood hits me the moment I enter, making me realize what a monumental task they are facing. The seats of the dragon carriage were removed, and a table seemed to have been jammed in there. On top of that table lays Mel. And over that table...
Julius, I need more light. Rom, hold her down tightly.
Ferris, calm down. If you rush this, you could make a grave mistake.
I know that, but I've never done such a weird treatment where you fix one part and leave the other.
Just focus on what you want to do. Julius and I will help you.
I'm giving Subaru a piece of my mind later.
The three surround the table Mel is on while they exchange words fervently. The thick smell of blood is permeating the interior. Mel's throat is cut open with a sharp blade. I'm almost overtaken by a violent impulse, but I quickly mumble those magic words to myself.
Inner peace.
I immediately regain my calm. Not only does my divine protection of insensitivity prevent others from affecting my mind, but it allows me to maintain my sense of calm. I can paralyze fear, forget worries, freeze anger, and push away sorrow, allowing me to stave off the negative aspects of emotions. I don't allow myself to get agitated. I remain calm and quickly realize what they are trying to do. They open up Mel's throat and forcefully open the blocked esophagus.
What the?
Dumbfounded, I continue to watch their seemingly barbaric act. It's a logical method, although I never would have thought of it. Mel's body had been reconstructed, so healing magic could not return her to normal. Mel's body considers her current state whole, so healing magic can't save her. That's why.
Oh, an uninvited guest.
That's a bit mean to say. I got permission from the two outside to come in here.
Outside? Oh, you mean Barisu and Miss Amelia? Their permission is meaningless here. Unfortunately for you, they have no authority to let you in.
Setting Subaru aside, I'm surprised you'd say that about Miss Amelia.
I'm slightly taken aback by Rom's words, but I'm relieved to see that she's maintaining her presence of mind as well.
Tiger? How'd you get here?
I got saved by this really powerful old man. He said he was a swordsman for Miss Cruchet.
Oh, it was Old Man Will? An excellent move by Miss Cruchet. And you came at a good time. Come on over.
Me?
Okay, I was gonna say, are they actually gonna show me... I was like, I would not have been prepared for seeing the actual surgery. I walk over to where the three are crowded around Mel to get a better look at her. Also, really good art. Mel is unconscious with her throat cut open. Seeing her lying there, pale as a corpse, I feel the color draining from my own face. But I see her small chest moving with each breath, and I wash away my anxiety with inner peace.
What should I do? I'll have you know that I probably can't help in cutting open Mel's throat. It's impossible for me to put a knife into the woman I love. You'll have to ask someone else.
I'm not going to ask someone to do something so advanced on the fly. It's something else.
Can you hold on to Miss Melty's hand?
Her hand?
You get the best job out of all of us. Yes, hold onto her hand.
I'm confused by their request. They want me to hold on to Mel's hand while this grand procedure is going on. I don't have a clue as to what the point of doing such a thing would be.
I wouldn't recommend it if we were working with healing magic here. You wouldn't want to transfer mana onto the patient through touch. But when it comes to this surgery thing, I want you to be holding her hand.
At times, that can be what saves the patient.
Rom?
When nightmares keep you up at night, having someone's warmth by your side can make all the difference. That is enough to get you through those sleepless nights. Even such cheap miracles can happen.
Oh, there it is.
The cheap part was unnecessary.
Despite her brazen tone, there's kindness in Rom's words. I take a deep breath, and then...
Fine.
I gently hold Mel's hand. She's unconscious, her throat open with its interior exposed. Despite everything going on, her heart pulses strong and hot, like she's fighting for life. I feel like this is Mel's response to me, and I set my mind on staying by her and never letting go.
I can't do much else, but I won't let go of your hand, Mel. I know you don't like having your hand held, and the reason behind it, but...
I already decided long ago.
I won't let go.
It appears you're all out of tricks.
Cruchet points her sword at Wolf, who lies at her feet.
How pathetic of me. I fell right into the trap.
No matter how much you may plot, you are no match for Subaru. Your acts of barbarism end here.
You're no match for Subaru's allies. Subaru is worthless.
Barbarism. Barbarism, huh? Is that what the desperate struggles of outcasts like me look like to you?
Don't make any sudden movements. I've heard from Subaru Natsuki that he wants to help you, but I will show no mercy if you resist. That goes for Rem here as well.
Yes, Rem will not hold back, so please do not resist.
You want to help me? How kind of you. But I reject your help. I have no desire for your mercy.
Wolf spits out the words like a curse. Rem and Cruchet feel their bodies weighed down and immediately realize the cause. Wolf's evil eye can absorb the mana of others. Knowing this, they were quick to react.
We did warn you.
There will be no second warning.
Cruchet and Rem take a stance simultaneously while Wolf smiles under his mask. They strike at him and he's unable to dodge with his body being unresponsive.
Puka's gone too.
He cracks a wry smile at his own pitiful words. His partner was now gone, which was completely understandable. There was no bond between Puka and himself in the first place. Puka was simply assigned to him, or rather, solemn, to keep an eye on things. Wolf had interjected himself between them, so they couldn't have thought of each other as anything but a nuisance. They ended up spending the most time with each other while following orders, but they never once trusted each other. Now he lay there in the moments between life and death, but there was no way she would be around to...
My goodness. I'm such a softie. What?
Puka takes Rem and Cruchet's attack in place of Wolf. Despite being a spirit with no physical body, the impact sends a fatal shock through her. Spirits are beings with an odd as their core. If it's broken, their soul scatters. And once it's damaged, even spirits cannot avoid death. That's why...
Puka!
Puka slowly falls, and Wolf catches her tiny body. He desperately calls out to the fleeting life in his hands, trying his hardest not to shake her.
Puka, you idiot! What were you thinking? Why did you protect me?
Stop shouting in my ear.
Why?
Idiot. Who'd want to help a jerk like you? But I had no choice. Your body is Solemn's. And your face, too.
Aww.
Puka, you...
This is so precious.
I like Solemn. No, I hate you. You're Solemn, only on the outside. So this is sort of a compromise.
Puka smiles weakly and goes limp. Wolf tries to hold on to the life growing faint in his hands.
No, please. Wait, Lady Puka. You... This isn't like you. You should be cursing at me like usual. You hated being used by me, didn't you? How can you die like this? You were supposed to grow, to become a great spirit. How can... Puka?
Puka's body begins to glimmer and fade. It's a sign of impending death that even spirits cannot avoid. A precursor to disappearing and melding into the rest of the world.
Hey, no. This has to be some kind of joke. Don't die, Puka. Don't die for a coward like me. Don't!
Miss Crochet! The attack landed, though the intended target was not hit.
Yes, I believe it's over.
Even without exchanging many words, they knew the results of what they've done. It was clear that there was no need to pressure Wolf, the man who called himself the malevolent masked magician, any further.
I will need to report this tragic incident to Subaru.
But we can't change what happened. I will go apologize to Subaru Natsuki with you. I have enough reason to do so.
Yes, and now...
All that was left to do was to restrain Wolf and regroup with Subaru and the others. Once Melty's surgery is complete, everything would be settled. Though they still had to capture Sakura.
This is...
Just then, as the two turn their attention to what they would do next, a powerful sense of fatigue suddenly comes crashing down upon them. They had been hit with the same effect earlier, but the draining sensation is far more powerful this time.
I won't let you die. I won't let you die. No way!
Wolf mumbles to himself as he stands, colorful mana shimmering thickly in the air around him like a rainbow shroud.
The concentration of mana is so thick that it's visible. Is he absorbing it endlessly?
Crochet shudders at the thought. They knew Wolf's evil eye could absorb mana from others, but...
All vessels have their limit. If you absorb mana beyond your capacity, you will crack and shatter.
I don't care!
That sound effect just does not fit. Wolf absorbs mana at an accelerated rate as his emotions heighten, bringing Rem and Crochet to their knees. Wolf holds Puka in his arms, transferring mana into her while crying tears of blood.
I don't care if I end up breaking. Her core is already cracked. I have to keep feeding her mana to keep her from disappearing. And that's what I'll do. I don't care if I end up draining the whole world. I'll keep her alive until the very last moment. Now, awaken and fight once more! Great Spirit of Fire, Puka! Incinerate my soul along with our enemies!
The squirrel's gonna kill everyone? It's a big squirrel now. It's a big angry squirrel.
It can't be.
Let's do this, Puka! We will destroy the enemy! To the south of the royal capital. Pursue the fleeing enemies. Melty must be there. We need to get her and her evil eye back.
I've got a feeling Puck is gonna do something about this.
Cursed royal capital. Those detestable citizens. Give us everything!
This is bad. He's after Melty Christie's.
Let us go, Miss Crochet.
Rem.
The person I care about, as well as your first knight, are all in Wolf's path. We must catch up and help stop him at all costs.
Those were sound effects. Crochet closes her eyes upon hearing Rem's strong yet sorrowful plea. Her amber eyes then open once more and she nods deeply.
Naturally, that is what we must do. Fortunately for us, the effect of his evil eye has lessened due to him expanding its range of effect. Now we should be able to catch up. However,
Crochet turns to see that the land dragon that had been pulling the carriage is now unconscious. It had been robbed of its mana like Crochet and Rem, leaving it unable to run in this state.
we won't be able to catch them on foot.
We must do something.
Then would you ladies like a ride?
That voice.
It's you.
A few minutes had passed since Tiga entered the dragon carriage for Melty's surgery. I'm assuming that voice was the Merchant Guild guy? If all went well, we were planning on stopping the dragon carriage, regrouping with the others, and hoping for a successful operation. But things didn't pan out that way.
Really? Am I seeing things? If I am, then I just need to go to the hospital.
No, I don't think you are. Because I can see it too.
Thought so.
I let out a dry laugh as Amelia confirms my suspicions. I couldn't help it because I never imagined we'd be facing a hulking thing like that.
That thing is probably after us, right?
Yes, I'm sure of it. It's the little spirit that was next to Wolf.
That's Puka?
She has the same face. Can't you tell?
I haven't seen very many spirits, mind you.
I have no reason to doubt Amelia, and there's no way a giant, completely unrelated spirit would suddenly appear here. That's Puka. I'm glad that you are liking Lupiro. She must have grown in size somehow and is now coming after us with a ferocious look in her eyes. If we don't do something...
She'll set everything on fire. And Wolf seems to be absorbing mana everywhere he's going.
Thanks to Felt, Anastasia, and Roswell's efforts, Melty's evil eye is under control for now. But that equilibrium will easily be broken with Wolf and Puka's wild rampage. Yeah, I told you that Lupiro seemed like your kind of game. It seems very zen. And we can't stop the dragon carriage because we can't afford to pause the surgery in the middle of the operation. That leaves us only one option.
Mealy, let's leave the city. We can't let them stay inside the royal capital.
You're right. At this rate, they'll burn down the whole city. Let's take them outside before that happens. And our destination should be...
Let's head for that easy-to-spot landmark that we saw on the way from the manor to the royal capital.
The Flugels tree.
Okay, you get some min-maxing joy in there too. I'm happy for you. I do think I would like Lupiro, but I'm not certain. Riding atop the burning spirit, Wolf catches sight of the dragon carriage fleeing at full speed.
Are they leaving the royal capital? Another optimal decision.
Despite his silent curses, he felt like applauding their exemplary tactics at the same time. This was the first time in his life that he had to fight so desperately. But just as much as the irritation and anger he felt, there was an equal sense of respect for the valiant effort put up by his opponents.
Thanks to you, I was able to ascertain my own limits. I thank you for that. Now die.
No matter how good they were at choosing the optimal solution, he could simply burn them all down with overwhelming firepower. Tactics are useless in the face of power. Wolf knows that better than anyone. Though, to be precise, this came from Solemn's memory rather than Wolf's. Memories of being trampled on and stolen from, a sight from hell where the strong abuse the weak. He was born, or rather came into existence because of that hell.
I came straight from hell. burn just as brightly. I will absorb everything and show you what hell is like.
I'm sorry, this just can't be intimidating. It's a giant squirrel.
This is bad.
Rom comments while looking out the window, and Tiga looks up while still holding onto Melty's hand. The surgery is still ongoing. While covered in sweat, Ferris continues this unfamiliar operation. Julius assists his friend, and they continue on with the delicate impromptu procedure. Then Rom...
It appears the dragon carriage is leaving the royal capital. If we remain in the city, it will result in unspeakable damage. Those two made a wise decision.
Leaving the city? Did something happen?
Oh yes. You cannot see it from here, but that spirit is not holding back any longer.
Upon hearing the word spirit, Tiga's eyes open wide.
A spirit? Puka.
I'm a spiritual arts user myself, though not much of one. But I can tell that the spirit from earlier has evolved to become a true great spirit. How did that spirit come to cooperate with Wolf?
It's the same as Sakura. This mother that Sakura serves ordered Puka to keep an eye on Solemn.
Huh.
Puka's been with us ever since. Compared to Sakura, she's much better company. Even so, I could never figure out what Puka was really thinking. She appeared to be kind and considerate, but she purposely sided with Wolf, someone who let Sakura tell him what to do. So...
Well, in the first place...
Ferris interrupts even while maintaining focus on the surgery.
What is Wolf? His real name is Solemn, and he's Miss Meowty's big brother, right? Then why would he go against Miss Meowty?
I don't know anything about Wolf, but anyone can tell that it's not just Solemn putting on an act. Solemn and Wolf are two different. They really are different people.
A deafening silence overcomes the carriage after Tiga's explanation. Then...
There are two people inside of him. I have heard such things can happen.
That there are two people in one?
The vessel of the human body is much more complex and deep than it appears. So this sort of unusual circumstance is possible.
Then, if that's the case, I think Solemn is on Mel's side, just like me. But I don't know about Wolf. He could be fighting his own battle. But
what?
Well, hello, Dragon. You always know how to make an entrance.
We've come this far without ever exchanging words. That's it.
I see.
There's sorrow in Tiga's eyes as he speaks, and no one has the heart to question him further. The smell of blood grows stronger in the carriage. Melty's breath becomes more shallow and drawn out. How is the surgery going? Is it going well? Or perhaps something unusual is happening? No one is talking about that. No one knows for sure what will happen. But everyone shares the same desire to save her, so...
That sound. Did something hit us?
We're in the middle of something important here. Cut out the shaking.
The healing magic activates to reduce... Oh, the healing magic activates to reduce blood loss while Ferris continues the surgery, while looking to the side. Alright, well, hope you feel better soon. Sorry, I just ate, like, a Cadbury egg, and it was caramel filled, and it just, like, exploded on me. But, yep, I hope you get to be feeling better soon. I'm not so good at words here, but, you know, love you. Love you, Dragon. You're super awesome.
This is bad.
Rom whispers softly. The sky begins to turn red, but not from the fire spirit's flames scorching everything in sight. The sun is setting, casting a hellish red glow on the world itself. We continue forward in the dragon carriages, surrounded by the all-encompassing red light.
We've left the royal capital. We've been running for hours.
I'm more worried about the land dragon and everyone we have in the carriage.
Emilia is right to be concerned. Surgery that lasts for hours can be incredibly draining. Especially considering that for Ferris and the others, this is their first time performing surgery without healing magic. The mental toll on them must be astronomical. On top of that, this has to be done while being pursued by the enemy. I feel sorry for putting Ferris up to this. Speaking of being sorry, I feel the same way for our land dragon, Patrache.
Sorry for making you run for hours, Patrache, but you're our only hope. Thanks to you, we reduced the damage to the royal capital. We'll fight the best we can. Please, hold up with us till the end.
Maybe my voice reached Patrache, because Patrache gives a reassuring cry as if in response to my plea. But still.
We can't keep running forever.
Mealy.
I'm sure you're thinking the same thing, Subaru. Even if we keep running, he'll catch up to us. It'll be too late then.
Emilia's decision-making is bold. If we delay now, we'll just end up losing. However...
Mealy is the only one who can fight. I can't bring in reinforcements. The most I can do is give moral support.
I could pat myself on the back for contributing to this plan, but that's all I did. In the end, whenever we're in serious danger, I'm completely powerless. Maybe
I should return by death.
Now that I know we'll end up cornered like this, I could go back and prepare better. The thought crosses my mind, but...
Subaru, look!
Mealy? What are you...
Suddenly, Emilia's hand grabs my face from both sides. She presses my cheeks and I let out a weird sound.
Mealy?
Don't make that face. You can't blame yourself. Don't worry, you've worked so hard.
Skip that, hold on.
Now it's my turn. This'll be easy peasy. Subaru?
That's a phrase I haven't heard in a long time.
Subaru!
Sorry. Mealy, you're amazing.
I seriously think that. She doesn't just think about defeat the moment things start to go south. But it makes sense considering there is no second chance for Emilia, or for anyone else. In my arrogance, I had forgotten that fact and been too eager to sacrifice my life. How foolish I was.
That's how it's always been for everybody. We all fight and struggle as long as we live.
In that moment...
Subaru! Miss Emilia! That voice!
You caught up!
Yes! We may be a bit late, but Subaru's Rem has arrived!
Yay, Rem!
Looks like we got here just in time. Thank you, Ricardo Welkin.
If you want to thank someone, thank the mistress for me. She'll love it.
Oh, it was Ricardo.
She ordered the main forces of Iron Fang to join you guys.
Woohoo! That's right! It's all thanks to my lady.
Big sis, it's dangerous if you keep jumping around on the coachman's seat.
Hey, Tyrell, you're such a scaredy cat. You'll never grow up to be big and strong. Watch and learn.
Big sis.
Ricardo! And Mimi, too! You picked up Rem and Cruchet for us?
Anastasia is amazing. Subaru, we can do it!
Yeah! Mealy and the Iron Fang. Now Rem and Cruchet, too!
The situation that seems so hopeless is now turning around. I grip my fist tightly with hope.
Now we can fight!
Once Melty's surgery ends, the people in the back should be able to join too.
Mealy, let's do this! The objective is to buy time for the surgery to finish.
Right. The look you have on your face now suits you much better, Subaru.
You're making me blush. Listen up, everyone! We're entering the final phase of the battle. Our objective is to stall them. We have to buy time until the surgery is finished. To everyone who is fighting alongside us, and to those at the Royal Capital who are fighting where we can't. This wouldn't have been possible if it wasn't for every one of you. Thank you all. I know it's still too early to say thanks. Damn it, I know that better than anyone. But I just had to say it. Once we take care of everything, the royal selection will finally begin. Then we'll be back to being enemies. But we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. We'll fight it out fair and square. Now, let's start the final battle!
Next time. How's that for a cliffhanger for you guys?
Saving!
Because it is time for us to end, and I know that the conclusion is gonna take like 2 hours. So... I don't know if we want to... I still have to figure out a few things. I gotta say, I know for those of you who tuned in yesterday, Subnautica it continues to, like, I keep wanting to play it. Maybe not stream it, but I keep getting drawn to wanting to play it, despite how much that game genuinely terrifies me. And I don't... It's crazy. But I have that painful... You guys know what I'm trying to say. Anyway. So, Sunday, Easter. I plan on streaming. I said it earlier, I don't think our family did our Easter stuff last week, so I don't think we have any any other plans for Easter. And even if we did, they wouldn't be that late. The only question is what to play, because like me and Cal just said, Easter game. I have looked at everything I've got, and I really can't seem to find anything Easter themed or related, unless I just play like a zombie game and call it Zombie Jesus Day. I guess I do have one other really weird choice. Have you ever heard of a game called Jumping Flash? No games with an Easter update? I mean Animal Crossing, but I really don't think I can play Animal Crossing for that long. For a stream. The only other thing I play is is finding an MMO. I mean, there's Monster Hunter, there's Lagombi, that's a bunny. Jumping Flash. It is a PlayStation 1 first-person shooter game. Let me show you the case. Jumping Flash. You play as a robot bunny named Robbit. Is it Robbit or Robin? Robbit. So, robot bunny, Robit. But yeah, it's like a first-person shooter. I would actually want to see if I still have Jumping Flash 2. Also, do you remember game cases that were like this? Like, I've got 3 games that come in huge cases like this. And it has it's got ads in it for Mortal Kombat 3, The First Twisted Metal, and Ridge Racer in the jewel case. But I mean, like, that's the disc. But I would actually prefer to play Jumping Flash 2 if I can find the disc, because I don't think I had the case for it. I have a whole pile of PS1 games that don't have cases because, I was 5. So that might be a thing. I found a game called like Super Bunny Man that's like a very goofy platforming game. I would only really do that one if my wife was going to play with me, and I don't know how she'll be because we don't need to go into it, but we found out that she has certain issues, and we have got to deal with she's got to deal with a lot of pain, basically. But yeah, we'll figure something out, talk about it on Discord. As for next week, it looks like the scheduling will be kind of the same. Tuesday, Final Fantasy. Wednesday, nightly review of something. Thursday, we continue with ReZero and every time feeling like we're so close. It's so close. But yeah, we'll figure out what to do for nightly review. I am still enjoying ReZero. I still have my worries that the stream's not as good because I'm compelled to be quiet more often because, they're talking. But as long as everybody else is enjoying it and having a good time, then I think it's fine. But yeah, I'm definitely still liking ReZero. It's fun, and I like this alternate story. And my only complaint is that I don't want it to be over because I want it, because I'm not liking it. I just kind of want it to be over because I feel like we've been playing it for so long now that I just want to... I don't know what I'm going to do with myself for Thursday streams, but, I'm ready to move to the next thing. I think it's... I get so weird because I don't necessarily want to be playing one game for, 4 months, but that's also kind of how streaming goes, and it's odd to me, I guess. But anyway, yeah, so I think that's it that I did for Shantae. What other games did I... I've only even finished a couple of games. I've been streaming Final Fantasy VII Remake. It feels like forever. But that's only been for like two or 3 weeks, maybe a month. And I've been forgetting to update my spreadsheet on games that I've streamed. Anyway, let's pull up our raid list and go raid somebody. We got a few options here. Somebody's got high rank Monster Hunter. I don't know what that is. And Animal Crossing. Oh, Pokemon Sword and Shield. I guess we'll go hit up our good friend Ray Ray Senpai for some Monster Hunter. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great night. Stick around for that raid, and we'll see you guys in Discord.